Yeah, it's the Vulcan bomber, the last Vulcan bomber, I believe, in the country. They started the engines up at Southend Airport. It's SD TV who's covering this live. This is live. These are live images from Southend Airport. An incredible aircraft, the Vulcan bomber. If they're starting it up, I don't see why they don't try taking it off. I wonder how many people we've got watching this. And listen to that sound. I mean, even that just sort of sitting there, making an incredible noise. It's moving, moving. It's actually moving. It's SD TV running this live right now, and we are moving. All right. It's the Vulcan bomber at Southend Airport. It's actually moving. It's going down the runway. It looks like it's about to take off. It's taxiing. It's taxiing down the airport. It's to run the engines and that, yeah, I guess.
And then once they reach one of those holding points, depending on which one they want to stop at, then they call up air traffic control again.
We've got two Chinooks. Yeah, I can see them now. Look, two Chinooks in the background. What are they doing there? Right?
You can see them there?
Yeah. Because like SD.
And yes, this is live.
SD TV. I'll tell you what.
So Andy Gibbs TV, we've been trying to get the footage rolling on a different camera.
SD TV.
Andy from Gibbs TV. He's using
live now. So if you want, I'll send you a link.
Yeah? Signal. Let's see. Let me see an Airbus A220 as well. It's currently
yeah, well, fucking they're gearing up for war.
For the
like in America, they started calling the Department of Justice the Department of War because they're so fucking desperate to get us into a war. But the Vulcan bomber is not going to take off. It looks like it's taxiing back. Look, there's that. Look, there's that vehicle there. Look, there's that vehicle there. The security one that came round and like claimed I was harassing them. Yeah, but that's amazing, you know, to see a Vulcan bomber at the airport. I mean, I'm running it live. I'm running it live if you want to come on. Yeah, right. That's the Border Force plane. Someone said that there's two Chinooks there. But yeah, it's the last remaining Vulcan bomber in the country, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get that. It's like a little unplanned air show. I didn't know nothing about it. It's like, Lisa, thank you, because like for that. But there. What are people saying? Like, absolutely gorgeous. That sounds perfect. Yes, I mean, it must have been loud, mustn't it? Look at the size of it. Look at the size of that. My brother is in air traffic. Oh, well, he's getting a lot of comments. He's getting a lot of views. Southend SDTV. If you want to go and check it out. Because they got a Vulcan bomber, but it looks like it's lining up to take off. Look, there's the see that security there. Look, I went to Southend Airport, and Mr. Beast was there. Over here is where that plane crashed. Very questionable plane crash that happened a few months ago. That was covered from here to America. Look, is KL-42 still airworthy? Is it still? It's called XL-426. Is it still airworthy? What an incredible plane! If the military and Concorde, what? Yeah, why don't they have? It's not on the flight radar. No. Well, I suppose it's got to be taken off. Taken off. Right there you go. You got a link there, haven't you? But it was loud, wasn't it? Even on a live. Even on a live, it was loud. Good to have you back. 1.73, 1.7 watching, 1.7K watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Watching from Melbourne, and it's 5 a.m. there. If you look at the jets on that, I wonder if it is airworthy. It's never taken off from Southend Airport. It's very late, isn't it, in the day for them to be doing this? Those gorgeous wings, someone says. Oh no! No, what's he monetized it for? Look at that. What a sight. What a thing. Lisa. What do you make
Turn
of that?
the feed stand on.
Turn my what down?
Turn the feed stand on so you can hear the engine taking off because it's doing a test run.
It's just powering up. Listen, it's just powering up.
Yeah, just put it on so I can hear it.
There wasn't no sound. There wasn't no sound. Just the geezer chatting on the tannoy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, they powered them up there for a second.
Look at them lights.
It's really unusual for them to be doing it at this time of night. But there's that security guard who I had that set to with.
Oh,
look at the heat signature thing in the background here. Yeah. The haze. Oh, so wanted to take off.
It's just doing a power run.
Well, I've never seen it moving around before.
I have.
No.
Oh, about 10 years ago when I was doing the Coin and Light Railway, they asked me if I wanted to put some money into it. But they didn't put any money into mine, so why should I put money into theirs?
Yeah. Like, here it comes again. It's bloody loud, wasn't it? Like first.
Of course it is.
His lights got 600.
I'll put Rolls Royce engines in that, mate.
Here it comes. I mean, he's miles away from it. Is he behind the fence? He's in the car. He must be in the car park.
Older than my old man.
Wow. That's a turn up for the books, isn't it? Here we go. Oh my God. Jesus. Huge, isn't it?
Well, I'm playing about 45 seconds.
Yo, Flynn.
It's me.
Hello.
It makes that weird humming sound, doesn't it?
I'm fucking blow out. I've got this the new one.
All the people. It's all the people there.
Yeah, I said that. There's no there. You should fuck off.
They're actually at the.
I didn't tell you to bloody go to McDonald's.
Incredible sound.
I told you to go to McDonald's, but you didn't listen to me.
No, you can't do that now. You can't park at McDonald's.
Well.
Wow. Here it comes again.
Come on, be safe.
Oh no! I'm doing another surge.
I've got to adjust frame.
This is what happens when bloody my phone. He can't see. Did you see it or not, Flynn?
Not very well.
Oh, God.
All these people so close.
Keeps sticking.
Yeah. You're doing out on the video, please.
Here we go. Here we go.
Where's he going now?
sound, isn't it?
Yeah. That's that plane again.
Wow, that sound of that. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How are them people so close? How are them
HM
people so
Coast
close?
Yeah.
They'll be getting, their ears will be ringing for the rest of the day, I reckon.
Yeah.
Incredible sounds.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, we used to get over here. We've got an airfield about 6-7 miles from it. Well, it was an airfield. It's like World War II airfield, Westmoreland.
How is it?
Yeah, Westmoreland Aerodrome. It's now all luxury housing.
So coming up next.
If you ain't got, if you ain't got £500,000, don't bother. Don't have a look. But it's all housing and. Yeah.
Kings Hill, isn't it? I think it's called, isn't it?
Just in Kings Hill,
great parachute deployment as well.
And it's all industrial, plush industrial units and stuff like that. But they used to have a thing called the West. When I was growing up, used to have a thing called the Westmoreland Air Show.
I agree.
Oh, right.
Something.
And then, sorry, is that video? Am I talking over that video?
Yeah, the video's going.
Incredible seeing aircraft like this.
You've got the sand over the top of it. Yeah, you want to turn the sand off or not? You turned it off? Yeah.
And they used to have the Westmoreland Air Show. And they used to have the Vulcan. Used to come live. It didn't land there because the runway was too short. It didn't have enough runway. But he used to do a flyby. And it used to circle. It used to obviously fly low level, fly over the airfield. And then when it come out the airfield, it used to come right over the front of our house here. And me, my dad, and my brother, and my mum, we used to stand in the front garden. And it used to come over and it used to turn right, led back towards Westmoreland. And then you see them Delta wings on the side and the noise.
Well, it's got the famous howl, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the noise. Them engines.
The noise
and when that pilot throttled them up, the noise. It used to vibrate the air. You'd feel like you imagine standing on the ground on like a shaky box.
Yeah.
That's what you used to feel because it used to circle right the way around, and then it'd do its flyby loop over and over a couple of times, and then disappear off. But fucking noise out of them engines. It was honestly, it used to bring tears to your eyes just hearing it.
Yeah.
Just hearing it.
Yeah.
And we used to get the Concorde as well because Concorde used to do a flyby as well.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, Concorde on its approach to Heathrow. But it didn't do a circle around. It used to do a low level flyby. And then that used to come over the top of Westmoreland, but between us and the Westmoreland.
Yeah.
And it used to do a very slow circle round over the top of the downs, then come back round, and then it would disappear off in distance. But it obviously had to speed up a little bit, so the pilots have obviously put the throttles up, and then used to hear those Olympus engines coming, kicking. Them Rolls-Royce Olympus engines used to kick in on it as it throttled out over the valley. And again, that was like fucking noise and fucking vibration. It was like beautiful.
Still on EA if you want to watch it. You putting it back on.
Whose live we're on? Is it yours or EA's?
No, EA's.
On EA's, right?
Yeah, I did ask if you were live, but he never got back to me. So I noticed that he was live, so I sent his link.
I did try ringing you, but
I took the phone off. I don't want to upset CP. I know I'm being stupid, but I just don't want to know at the moment. Well, welcome, Beverly. I just do not want to watch it.
only him and the left of it.
Oh, what? On here.
Yeah, but that have no Vulcan. That was our answer to Russia in the 50s, wasn't it?
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah,
larger than life, isn't it?
That was our deterrent. You want to fuck with us? We're fucking with you. We scramble one of them.
We did it in the Falklands, didn't we?
Why does it make that happen?
It's the wind, isn't it? Vortex and all that.
What's that?
It just makes that weird howling sound, doesn't it?
What makes it howl?
That's the wind, isn't it?
Well, the aircraft would be the engine power.
Oh, it's the engine power. Oh, right.
You think you've got 60,000 pound of thrust out of each engine on full throttle? You know, that's it's like a car. Yeah. You know, you get a car with a lot of power. It makes a lot of noise.
Yeah.
It's just the thrust out the back of the engines. It's just absolutely fucking phenomenal with the amount of thrust they produce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pardon me.
Is it still going on in the EA or not?
I don't know what he's doing. Can't see the screen, can I? Yeah, but that was Vulcan bomber when it Westmoreland Air Show, and that used to circle over here. Oh, it's twice a mile.
This is good.
Yeah, it's finished now. It's brought it back.
Chin it tonight.
It was just an amazing sight coming over.
Can't hear you, EA.
Oh, so the noise.
Yeah.
I can't remember what engines they put in there.
Can't hear him.
Let's have a look at the live earlier.
Oh. Oh, that's from the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, but they even used it in the Falklands War, didn't they? The Vulcan when they went.
That was earlier on.
Yeah,
on this live. I don't know how long it's been going for, but
it's been going for an hour.
I mean, I bet they're holding their breath because, like, if a little spanner in the works, and that could be.
Yeah. Oh, you was out shopping. I said to you, are you going to go down there? And you said no, didn't you? So that's why you said you'd done the live.
Streaming for, I was just trying to look.
An hour, over an hour.
He's been streaming for ages. Look, he's been streaming for 2 hours.
Yeah. Maybe I should have told you earlier, but I didn't know, did I? So I apologise. Oh, has he gone off?
I don't know. Somebody's done.
Gone. Earth to EA, you right? No. Oh, bloody hell. Can't see no picture, EA.
Fucking hell.
I don't know what he's doing, but can't see no picture.
Did you get down the lakeside today?
No, I had a panic attack, so
Yeah.
got halfway there, had to go all the way back again.
I can't hear you over that noise.
Oh, bloody diarrhea. Normally, they're constipated.
Sorry.
Yes, there you have it. There's the Vulcan bomber. Live from Southend.
Oh, hell.
That's its little home. That's where they keep it.
It is.
They keep it in there. Me and my mate went down to the Southend airport and we walked all around it and everything.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Didn't we? Like, you know. Yeah. And he asked him about the plane crash, and he started getting all funny, like started acting all funny, like as if like there was something to hide.
I know.
Very suspicious. SDTV. You can go and see that SDTV, Southend District TV. Where is everyone? Where's the screen?
Finally.
Right. Yeah. So so that's amazing. That's amazing, isn't it? I'd like to see that.
So come on in. What's happening with your neighbours? You got foxes, yeah?
No, I'm not having no problems at the moment, but like there's no one there at the moment.
I thought you said
I'm
foxes.
just getting ready. I'm getting. Oh, they're fucking, you know, like just does my head in. You know, fucking idiots putting fucking food in the bins, and then the foxes get into the bins and pull the bins out.
Yeah.
So why not just do what I did? I just pulled it all out, stuck it in a bucket, like stirred it up with a spade, and then fucking chucked it out for the birds, and they've eaten it all.
Yeah, good.
But like, of course, these fucking people coming down from London don't fucking know what a civilized society looks like. You wouldn't know one if it fucking smacks them in the face, which incidentally, they're going to fucking do that if it carries on. Doing my Sweden. Because like, we've got a black MP, so accordingly, we've got fucking a flood of people coming down from London of a certain fucking ilk. Because it's jobs for the boys, isn't it? You know? You fucking want to wake up. You want to wake up and you're fucking hell. Place is getting overrun. It's a fucking mess. But this is a hark back to
I'd like to say
hang on, sound.
this opportunity to also thank London Southend Airport staff and senior management team. We couldn't do what we do in operating this aircraft without their help and support. So our sincere thanks to everybody at London Southend Airport. It means a great deal to us. Thank you so much.
Way.
This whole country's a mess.
Yes, so there you are.
Yeah.
It's a total mess.
It is.
It's a total mess. My next door neighbours from South Africa, I was speaking to them today, and next year. Huh?
You were speaking to him, was you?
Yeah, I always speak to him. So he cut my grass for me this morning. My front lawn.
Wow.
For me. So I went in, they invited me around for a beer and that. I went in for a beer and they said, would you be able to do? Yeah, I always go around for drinks sometimes. Not every weekend, but some weekends. And they said, next year, he says, I'll be 60. I said, I'm retiring from my job. My wife, she's just about to retire from hers. He said, we are moving back to South Africa.
Oh.
I was like, no, we're going back to South Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Are they black or white?
The South African, white, mixed.
Are they black or white? Are they black or white?
Well, it's no, they mix.
I'd be surprised if they're white going back.
No, well, he's mixed race. He's mixed race, white and black mixed, and she's Sri Lankan. But she was born in Sri Lanka, but she was brought up in South Africa, where they learned their trade.
If they were white, they wouldn't be welcome, would they?
Huh?
But if they were white, they wouldn't be welcome. You know, because if they were white, they wouldn't be welcome because they're actually having sort of concerts in like big, you know, stadiums, and then standing up and going, yeah, kill the white men, kill the white children, kill the white women, kill them all, kill the white farmer. You're allowed to do that there, aren't you? But you're not allowed to complain that your fucking local area.
For a beer this afternoon.
What are you on tonight, EA?
I go out and don't see a fucking white face in my own fucking area. That's why I'm fucking annoyed.
Yeah.
Well, when you've got that shit going on in South Africa, right, and then you've got fucking your own area getting invaded, it pisses me off. Is that all right? I mean, the fucking hell, it's not as if I'm fucking going up into a stadium and shouting, kill the fucking black people.
You're waking up again. Oh.
Yeah, but they're going back next year, so their sons.
Moving to South Africa.
Yeah. God.
Their son's staying, so they asked me if I could.
Yeah.
He's taking the house on. Because he doesn't want to go there. He's in his 30s. He's
fucking white. Welcome.
Fuck's sake. You can't get a word in, can you? And then he's staying, and then he's taking on the house. And they asked me to witness all the solicitors' letters and stuff, which I'd done today for them.
I did. Good.
Yeah. Asked me to be a witness for well, it's all started to sell the solicitors of the bank, and they just needed a witness. But as they know, I've known them for quite a few years now.
Yeah,
I witnessed that for them.
Brilliant.
So the son's staying. That's why he's had his like man cave built down the bottom of the garden.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
Remember all that work they were doing down there?
Yeah.
I had a look at that today. Bloody hell, that's pretty impressive what he's had built there.
Yeah.
But he's staying. He don't want to go at the moment. And they just said there's nothing in for us when we retire. There's nothing in for us. He said there's more opportunities in South Africa where we're from. And he said that's why we're going back. We're going to spend our last days on this planet. And we're going to spend it in the warmth next to the sea. Somewhere, I can't remember. They did say where they was going to. Can't remember the name of the place, but it's towards the coast, towards the south coast of Africa. Well, South Africa's a big place. It's not exactly like the size of Kent, is it? It's pretty big place.
It can't be Zimbabwe.
No, that's not South Africa, is it? That's North Africa.
Oh, is it? All right.
Yeah, South Africa is South Africa. That's it.
All right. Yeah.
So, they're going next year. They said next year we're going. So, shit. They're really good neighbours. They're lovely people.
Yeah. Helped you out, didn't they?
Helped me out quite a bit. They really helped me out a lot. And he makes amazing jerk chicken.
Yeah.
Bloody spicy, but bloody tasty.
Yeah.
So that was like. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
There's a time, place, and they said, like they said, you know, with the way the country's going, we can't hang on another 3 years.
Yeah,
to see what happens.
Yeah.
And they've had it all sorted out with their work for like pensions and retirement bonuses and stuff like that. That's why they're going.
Yeah, well, that Mike Hunt bloke who contacts me, he turns around and he says he's going to give this place another 2 years, and he said we're going to be like France and all that. So
yeah, a lot of people are.
Yeah.
A lot of people have had enough of it.
Yeah.
It's not going to change. Nothing's going to change.
I think it ain't.
Not for the next 3 years anyway, because then you're not going to get a general election for the next 3 years.
No. And that bloody Andy Burnham all saying, oh, he's going to be a new broom sweeping clean. I don't think so.
Wow. It's Labour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Labour Party. They're in there for coin. They're in there coin themselves out. So when they get kicked, so 3 years' time, when they get kicked out of power, which they will, they'll all be coined up to the arsehole, and then no problem at all.
Yeah.
Well, they've done nothing. Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, 14 years of Conservative rule brought this country down and half.
Yeah.
And then 18 months of having a Labour government has brought it down even further.
But what did they turn around and say what we're doing under Labour? They said we've got the same stuff that's under Conservative, which is austerity. I didn't know that Labour could give us austerity. I thought it was only Conservatives that give us austerity.
Only a political party could do that.
Give it a shit.
You've got
a political party in charge. They can do what they want. They say this is going to happen. That's it. They can change it. Any political party can. They can change manifestos, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do anything, can't they? Fucking hell. No, they can't do anything. They're supposed to be administrators. You know?
So,
they do my Sweden. A lot of them.
They change it. They give all the promises out, like in their election pledges. Like, vote for us, we make the country a better place. And when they get the sweep of power, like they did, look at that. But you can see by the local elections last week, where there's sweep of power, suddenly comes to a dead end.
Yeah.
Like them losing like 1,200 local councillors and Reform gaining 1,200.
Yeah.
Because the British people, it's just like.
He's setting his dog off, don't worry.
A little bit of that, Sammy. A little tiny bit for me. When you want a bit, come on, let me have a little bit.
Because you can't see the camera. Glenn, he's got the dog and he steps up towards the dog and the dog attacks him. Oh, look at the dog's going to kill him. Look at him.
Oh, you want a little bit? Sharing. What about sharing, Sammy? What about like share? Come on, share.
And cut the bollocks off, mate. If you'd have cut the bollocks off, you wouldn't have to worry.
Rolled up newspaper, bang, that works.
Rolled up
rolled up newspaper. I'll make them a rolled up newspaper. They won't fucking get like that again. So I know who's in charge.
Give me a bit. I want a little bit of that.
Oh.
It looks very tasty. It looks very, very tasty. He's having them go at the neighbour.
Oh. Anyway, bloody Prozac. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing with it.
Told you, take none of it.
Well, if
I told you what to do. Get off the fucking lot.
I did get off the fucking lot, and look what it's done to me.
Yeah, we don't give it time.
Okay, I got off amitriptyline after 15 years. Then I got me on bloody sertraline, and I got that off that within a year.
Yeah, but your body's got to have time to adjust to get off it. 15 years on a drug like that, it's like a heroin addict. You take Jack and smack for 15 years. Don't just come straight off it. Say that's it. I'm not taking smack no more. You're gonna have come downs. You're gonna have this. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have panic attacks because your body's adjusting itself back.
Oh,
All them doctors would do is just say, oh, we put you on this, we put you on that, we put you. Fuck off, like I do when I come out of hospital.
But she turned around and said to me, "Oh, you were so much calmer on the pills." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Because I don't know what I was doing, like I am now. That I don't know what."
You don't know what you're doing. That's what they're there for. They chemically take over your brain, so you don't know what you're doing.
Zombify you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they zombify you.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's like that. When I was on it, I used to take one. I'll be awake all day, no problem at all. 11 o'clock at night, I used to take that fucking trazodone tablet. By 20 past 11, I was unconscious. That's what it's for. It's just to fucking knock you out.
Yeah.
It's shit. And then, well, look what it done to me.
Yeah.
Left me blind. Left me with bad legs.
It's a zombie apocalypse. I couldn't get to the laptop because like it's you know, you can't approach him. You can't approach when he's got his food. Don't go near him when he's got his food.
He'll kill you.
Yeah, he'll take your hand off. He bit me foot. He might have just damaged me new trainers. I bought new trainers, like 15 quid, and I got 2 pairs.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you from where because like I want to go back down there and have the rest of them.
Sports Direct.
No, they're good. They're good. I mean, I've got slip-ons and tie-ups.
Yeah.
15 quid for 2 pairs. I was well happy. I said to me mate, I said, how much do you want to pay for these trainers? He went 80 quid, right? And I went, what about 2 pairs for 15?
Can't go wrong with that.
I should have bought them all. Shouldn't I? Sold them on eBay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I could have done that.
Yeah, but so with the other ones, the amitriptyline, the sertraline, and the paroxetine, it's a tablet. So I can
just explain what's the condition. It's like for depression or anxiety because you're having panic attacks.
Well, I thought it's for anxiety and my panic attacks, but when I was reading on it, it's more for depression.
Right. So have they prescribed you the correct?
OCD. I haven't got OCD. I don't know. Is it OCD?
Yeah, but like the thing is, like Lisa, you got to look at the bigger picture. And I know you might going to say it's conspiracy theory, but you've got a company. Listen, you've got a company who want to sell Prozac, right? Yeah. And then you've got doctors or GPs that have got 50 or 60% of their wage reliant on you taking Prozac, and like, your condition is not enveloped by the word depression. Your condition is more than that, isn't it? Because you're having these panic attacks. Shouldn't the reason behind the panic attacks? Actually, Lisa, I would like to recommend you my own herbal remedy, right? Which obviously won't cure anything or everything else, but it will make you a damn sight easier for you, right? Because all of your fruit and veg and everything, minerals and stuff like that in one cup, right? And you can buy it, nettle tea, and if you do quite a simple Google on the benefits of nettle tea, you've got it's anti-inflammatory, right? It's got all of these different sort of minerals, vitamins, and what have you in it. So many things. It's good for your heart because it helps to lower your blood pressure. There's almost, and that's just what we know. Imagine what we don't know about the benefits of nettle tea.
Like you said, EA, it's like every prescription that doctor writes, he coins in.
Yeah,
that's right.
So they call it in. If you look at the thing is, people don't realise. They think you look outside. It's like Mifes. It says whatever fucking road surgery it is. I can't fucking remember the fucking name of it. Big NHS signs, big blue NHS. When you get a letter from the doctor, it's like whatever surgery. I can't remember the fucking name. What's the name of that fucking place up there?
Where? Were you? What, College Road?
That's it. College Road surgery. then if you look underneath it, in little print with fancy writing, it says partners, Dr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so, and all the letters after their name. Partners. Because it's a private practice linked to the NHS.
Yeah.
So to make money, they've got to write prescriptions to get paid.
Well, look at that, like back remedy. I've never heard of that. BACH remedy, because Beverly used to suffer from panic attacks on the train travelling to work. Yeah, after she got attacked by a flipping dinghy diver, who was working to get a job on the flipping train. Fucking annoying. But like nettle tea, Lisa, you can buy this online. Like, although at this time of year, the best stuff is to go out and pick your own. Like, because
it's a good idea picking your own, but pick the high leaves, not the low leaves, because the low leaves will be covered in dog piss.
Oh yeah.
Or they spray. They go around spraying the flipping with poisons, you know, because someone's making money out of selling poison, so they go walk around. So the best place to pick them from is in the middle of a bed, or indeed just buy it online, you know. But you can't then guarantee the best part of the plant, which is obviously the tips. But like look, nettle is naturally caffeine-free herbal infusion packed with antioxidants, vitamins and minerals. It is celebrated. It's not though, is it? It's not highlighted for its ability to reduce inflammation, soothe seasonal allergies, definitely, right, and support both urinary and bone health, right. So it soothes allergies, right, reduces inflammation, supports urinary and prostate health, boosts your bone and joint health. Improves your skin condition and aids digestion, helps to digest. I swear to God, I said to my mate, because his mum's suffering really badly with her twisted gut. She's 86, right? Yeah. And she's got like a twisted gut, and when she's eating, and then it's just coming back up as black shit, and that's what because the other night I said to him, I said, like, look, she don't look too well, do you know what I mean? And like, if you have a problem, I'll give me, you know, and you can't get no one else, try me and I'll get you to the hospital. And he done that the other night. But I mean, it may not be the solution. I mean there you go. The back thing is not a good idea, but maybe for the panic attacks. But the thing is, it takes pressure off the other things, you know, like, because eating 5 fruits and eating flipping 5 vegetables or whatever else, it is, you know, it's really sort of, you know, it's quite hard to do, isn't it, really? Whereas this, you just get it and then you boil the living fuck out of it. You get those tips and then boil the living hell out of it for about 5 minutes, right? And you can make 2 cups or 3 cups worth and just let it stew. And it comes out as black green. The blacker, the better. Yeah. Doesn't taste of anything. It doesn't taste much. It's got a very subtle taste, right? Which is, I can say, is quite addictive. Like tea. You know, like Earl Grey. I don't know if you've ever drunk Earl Grey. Yeah. The first time you drink it, you go, oh, that's horrible. But then it becomes, you have a couple more cups and you go, oh, that's all right, that, you know what I mean? And then it turns into nice. Like, and you sort of miss it. Same with nettle tea. I couldn't recommend it to you more. You know, never mind about spending money on CP reports. Spend money on get yourself some nettle tea, because, I did suggest it to my mate. I said, like, look, why don't you give your mum some nettle tea? Because she's having these problems with her digestion and shit. And he went, no, because people don't like people. You know, it's become the alternative. It's become alternative, isn't it? You know, natural remedies have become alternative, and the oil-based things that it's just the only reason they've prescribed you that shit, right, Lisa, is because they know that you're going to get hooked on it. They know that you're going to
get it's all coin.
Making money out of it.
It's coin. All it is coin. That's all it is coin.
Well, it's like it's two birds with one stone, because like not only do they make money out of it, but they turn Lisa into a zombie. Like Lisa, who is otherwise engaged in local politics or whatever else, but they don't want that. They'd rather have you sitting in the fucking room look like in your own shit. That's much.
End of the day, it comes down to coin. It's all down to coin. Now, if you went into doctor's surgery, they go, "Oh no, you don't need these tablets. You don't need those tablets. What you need to do is do a bit more exercise, do that, then send you away."
Yeah.
They get paid a couple of quid for a consultancy. But if they write you a prescription out and say, "Swallow this shit, swallow that shit," coin. They're coining it in. Pharmaceutical companies are coining it in.
Yeah. And the natural remedies, like things like this time of year, you can also make coffee out of dandelion. Dandelion roots, right? But that there's quite a lot of fucking about. But with nettle tea, there's nothing to it. Do you know what? I just chuck it straight in the kettle, right? And it does make a mess of your kettle if you don't fucking, So I mean, it's not maybe not the best way, but I just chuck it straight in the kettle, boil the fucking living daylights out of it. And then wait, until it gets nice and green, and also when I'm standing there waiting for it to boil, the steam comes off, and I've started inhaling the steam, right? And have noticed, right? I was like you're singing to the radio or whatever in the car or whatever, and I was going right, and then I've done this thing with the thing, and like I was. Look at the stars, look at they shine for you, and I was hitting all the right notes and everything. Yeah. It definitely helps with allergies.
Well, all natural stuff does. We used to when I lived up North East England, when I lived in County Durham, the people I knew up there, they relied on it. They used to pick wild garlic, sloes. When the sloes come out in the spring, they just pick the sloes and preserve them. All this stuff. You got a bit of a stinking cold or something like that. I said, "Oh, have a sip of, I'll make you up a brew and have a sip of that." It tasted like shit, but it made you feel better.
Yeah, but there's just no telling people. I mean, like Lisa's not going to fucking look. You're still going to go ahead with the oil-based remedies, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's so. But the thing is, EA, it's so easy these days just to walk into a pharmacy and say, "I'm not feeling very well. I've got this symptom, that symptom," and our pharmacist will be, "We got coin in here, coin. Go for the shop. What do we got here? Arse grape. You got arse grapes? What can we find for arse grapes? This is best medicine for arse grape. How much? You go, how much is that? It's £8.50. Put it on ointment twice a day. Red arse grape. You're like £8.50. It's all these fucking stuff they got on the fucking shelves. It's all fucking 6, 7, 8 quid on these beautiful like backlit, fresh and tube shelves. Showing all the products off. It's just coin.
Well, there's something else.
It's all about coin.
There's something else, yeah. Who's that, Glenn? I thought I saw someone move in the background. Right?
If someone moved in the fucking background, I'm out of here like a fucking bullet.
It's his mum. I normally see his mum walking past.
Yeah. Well, that thing I've bought, Lisa, that green thing, right? That it's like I'm not sure what it's used for, right? But what I'm going to use it for, I want to sort of like camouflage not camouflage, but just make it a bit less white, right? The caravan, right? So I can sort of plot it up into sort of like maybe a bushy area and sort of camouflage it in, so it's not so noticeable, right?
Yeah.
And but also because this sort of material, right? Think about the humidity we get in this country, right? Even when it's hot, it's like really high humidity. That's why the heat is unbearable.
Yeah, I've got 90 at the moment.
Right? What?
Yeah, I've got 90 degrees humidity.
90%, 90% humidity at the moment. And it's right. So with this thing, if you sort of like put it up and at a certain angle, right, just off center, You get set on 6 foot of this thing, right? It collects on the thing and then like beads and like drips off at the bottom, and you get fresher water. Well, it's a source of water, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't, these things are out there. Why don't they teach us this stuff at school? Well, the obvious answer, isn't it? Because of coin. Then they can sort of like start charging you for water.
Yeah, they used to teach us this stuff at school. When I went to school, we should do outdoor activities. Duke of Edinburgh Award.
Yeah.
We were taught the scouts, the Cubs, the scouts, the venture scouts.
Yeah, we're all right.
And they taught me how to cook outdoors. I was brought up with a working family. We used to go hunting, fishing.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I've never heard of that. Even though, like, just looking on there, I suppose they do. I suppose, yeah, I hadn't even thought about it, but I already knew the, from the science, just from what I sort of knew that like that would work, but I hadn't really thought of it, and
the trouble is these days is everything's too easily available.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can go online, you can tap, and there it is. And an hour later, there's a knock on the door, and there it is. It ain't like it used to be. Like when I was growing up, me and my dad, we used to go fishing. We used to catch sea fish, and if there was capable size, we used to bring them home, and then those fish would be filleted, and then the fillets would be filleted again. Once they've been filleted, fish would be frozen down. It'd be kept. We used to go out hunting. We used to go shooting rabbits, ferreting, catching rabbits. Yeah. We used to go out Sunday morning, ferreting, catching rabbits, net rabbits, or shooting rabbits, shooting pheasants. And all that meat we used to bring home, it was all butchered. We used to butcher it all ourselves at home.
Right. Well,
maintenance, you set it up before bed and it works while you sleep. And here's the part that gets me every time I think about it. The atmosphere holds roughly 37 billion gallons of fresh water at any given moment. That's more than every river on Earth combined, just floating there. And almost nobody is collecting it. That's the whole idea. Here's the parts list. And I want to be real with you. This is genuinely it. Shade cloth mesh, 6 by 6 feet.
There you go.
The kind you find at any garden center or
hardware
hardware store. About $5. The tighter the weave, the better. You want something closer to a window screen than a volleyball net. The mesh is doing all the real work here, so don't cut corners on the weave. 4 sections of 1-inch PVC pipe to make your frame. $2, maybe less if you scrap it. Zip ties. You've got some in a drawer somewhere. A plastic gutter section for the collection trough. $3 or $4 at any hardware store. And a few bricks or rocks to prop it at the right angle. That's $10 to $14 all in. If
you don't even
need that wind without collapsing. Zip the fittings, it'll hold fine. Now stretch the mesh over the frame, pull it tight, 0 sag, and zip tie it every 6 inches along every edge. The whole surface, because sagging mesh means lay it flat on the ground. Don't do that. Flat means the water pools on top. Evaporates when the sun comes up and you collect almost nothing. You want to tilt 15 to 30 degrees, like you're leaning it against a wall at a shallow angle. That way every droplet that forms on the mesh rolls downhill by itself, hits the bottom edge, and drips into the trough waiting below it. Set the gutter section directly under that lower edge. If you want to run a short length of tubing from the trough into a storage container, go for it. But it's not required to see this work on the first night.
So I'm going to be doing my own experiment now because I've got a length like that much. I just I'm not going to build that structure. I'm just gonna.
Is that why you're using B&Q?
What?
Is that why you're using B&Q earlier?
Well, yeah, when I was in B&Q because I was looking for something just to camouflage the caravan, yeah. And then I saw that. I thought, well,
go on Harmony Circus website, get some screw in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chuck that over the top of it. Chuck Scribnet over the top. No one fucking see it.
But I mean, this is a warning to you. Like right now, at the end of the day, if they turn the electricity off this morning, by this evening, you're going to have no fucking water. So you're going to be looking around for sort of like drinkable options. This is one of them. So if I was you, I'd get some of that, you know. And 15 quid. I mean, like he was quoting there. He said $5. Yeah, $5 in America. It's 15 quid here.
Yeah.
Right, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying, Glyn? Glyn here.
But water collection.
Yeah.
Well, when we were out in the field, when I was in the military, you used to, you carried 1 litre of water with you.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, why is water so heavy? I mean, they tell us it's H2O, but that doesn't compute. That doesn't work because 2 gases put together is not going to make a heavy substance. Gas is light. It's not, and like I know that they've got a fucking bullshit excuses for it, but the fact is, it's not just H2O. Water is like fire. Water's like fire. It is a God-given thing that we don't even understand how it is, why it's here, where it came from. We know nothing about it, virtually. All we know about fire is it's hot and water is wet. Yeah. But like what we actually know about, I mean, where you're a fifth of your weight in water. Where does that weight go then? If you're in water and it's making you a fifth of your body weight, where's that extra weight now? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, the native religions of this country, right? The pagan sort of like, you know, the things that go right back thousands and thousands of years before Jesus was
Christ,
concepted, right? Yeah. They take account for natural, you know, it's sacred. And they fucking just come along and build fucking houses on it for fucking foreigners.
Yeah, but that's what. But when you go back to the pagan times, right? There weren't Tesco Extra. There weren't Sainsbury's Local. There weren't Jesus. There weren't
Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
There weren't nothing.
Things that we know about.
They lived off the land.
Yeah.
The only thing they didn't worship. They worshipped the gods of the sun, the moon, because that's who they knew.
Right, but I have got something against this fucking obsession of Christianity, especially given its history, and I think there should be a fucking change. There needs to be a change at the fucking.
I can tell you a little experiment to do. If you just listen, and don't talk over me. I'll tell you an experiment. You can do it tomorrow, right? Get an old pagan calendar, the circular calendar.
Where do you get an old pagan calendar from? What are you talking about? Get an old pagan calendar? What? We've got down Marks and Spencer?
Just look at just Google pagan calendar, right? Put it down, and it'll have all the festivals the pagans celebrated throughout the year, from the start of the year to the end of the year. So that's your change of your seasons. They'll have all that on there. And now, don't forget, Christianity is only just over 2,000 years old. Then do the same thing. Google the Christian calendar with all your Easter, Whitsun, Harvest Festival.
Why the fuck have we got a Jewish? Why the fuck are we following a Jewish religion? Why aren't they following a British religion?
Well, because you don't let me finish speaking.
Well, because you've got waffle on, that's why. Well, hurry up, get to the point. What do you want to say?
Well, let me finish speaking and I'll get to the point. So if you get the old pagan calendar, Anglo-Saxon, Druid, pagan, it's there because they worked on the seasons. Like farmers do these, like in the modern day, farmers work on the seasons. You don't plant corn in the winter because it ain't going to grow. You plant it when it's going to grow in the summer months. Not that we get much of a summer in the UK, but never mind. And that's how it works. But if you get the old pagan calendar, I get the Christian calendar, which has got all the Christian festivals, Christmas, fucking New Year, fucking Easter, Whitsun, whatever else they celebrate, because I'm not religious. So Harvest Festival and all that. If you put them together, all the pagan festivals, the Christian calendar will sit over the top of them within a few weeks of each other, because they nix it off the pagans.
Yeah.
They nix it off the pagans. Simple as that. And it's all these different festivals.
You know, well, now that we're allowed and we're not going to get burnt at the stake or our heads chopped off for fucking saying otherwise, like, because nowadays you're allowed to be a heretic, aren't you? In fact, there's that channel called Heretics. It's a really good channel, but like, because he's asking, you know, it's giving people a platform to fucking say, look, this ain't right, that ain't right, whatever else ain't right. But the problem with this country is all the fucking white people at my block here, they're all crackheads. They're the fucking messers and lazy cunts. So at the end of the day, that's why fucking we're getting this the invasion. We've been invaded. But I don't mean I've got to like it, does it? I don't like the fact that they're crackheads or the fact that like fucking the place is getting swamped. Fucking swamped. They're building all these new houses as if they're for us. It ain't for us.
It's not. It's like where I live. Well, you're not that far away from me. When you're getting 800 fucking undocumented fighting age males, hairy ass males, turning up on the beaches of Dover every week, you know, that's pretty lot of shit, you know, that could crack off at any time. And when you've got a British army that's now got less than 30,000 active soldiers, because they're all fucking off and leaving, you can't recruit anymore. The British Army's struggling to recruit soldiers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can do it online now, apparently. Like, because they're getting desperate for fucking people to go and fight foreign wars, fucking, right? They're fucking actually, you can go online and fucking, you know, that's why they
Glyn went down the job centre and got his, didn't he?
Who?
Glyn went down the job centre and got his in winning the army.
Yeah,
that's what I
who don't know any better. So they go, oh yeah, I'm going to go in the army. I'll be fucking really, I'll be fighting for my country. You're not fighting for your country. You're fighting for yourself. You're fighting for your career. That's what you're fighting for.
Mate, well, you're totally fucking wrong there, and I'll tell you, you're totally fucking wrong there, and that is an offence.
Fucking wrong.
And that is an offence to me and to anybody else served in the British Army.
If you don't fucking like it, don't fucking join. If you don't fucking like the deal you've ended up with, you dance with the devil and then get fucked over. What do you expect?
Well, that's what you sign up for. There's when you join the armed forces, they tell you that there's a chance that you may well be deployed and you might not come back in one piece.
Right. So don't complain about it when that happens then. If you know that before it happens, and then it happens and you come back and then you're on the streets fucking with no legs or fucking whatever horrendous injury, what do you expect? What did you expect?
Yeah, Beverly says, I went to a job fair at the job centre and the army were there.
Yeah, of course were they?
When I was there,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
It just goes to show, doesn't it? World War I and World War II was a fucking disgrace. And the people that laid down their lives for that completely and utterly wasted them. Because, like, now we've been invaded. So what was the point of World War II?
Yeah, but you're missing a fucking point. When we was at an Afghan...
What's the point then?
Yeah, but when we was at an Afghan...
You're missing the point. First of all, tell me what the point is before you tell me that I'm missing it. Are you saying that it's a good idea?
The idea of war is you kill more than them, you win. That's it.
Right. And so if you get killed, you can't fucking moan about it then, because you already know the
deal. You won't moan about it. You did it. You did. But
they don't want that. They want to come back and they want to be treated like fucking as if they've done something really good for the country. You're not doing it for the country. Because the country doesn't want fucking billions and billions spent on defence. Defence from who? we're the aggressor. We're attacking these countries, going over there for coin and oil, and it's not about fucking fighting for your country.
It's your own question, though, aren't you?
I mean, I know that those people who laid down their lives in World War II, right? Yeah. I've got enough respect for them, but they wasted their fucking lives. Now we know that. People that are going to go and join up for it, don't come back to me in 5 years' time and say, oh, they fucked me over and they left me with fuck all. Because what did you expect?
Yeah, but in them days, we had a Ministry of War, didn't we? Now we've got a Ministry of Defence. Because the whole lot of it has turned into defence only. Well,
they released those UFOs under the guise of Ministry of War, Department of War in America. Yeah. So that's the only reason they released those UFO things was to promote their Department of War. Full of shit. I'm sick of it. I ain't fighting.
UFOs is a wet thing. What other fucking bollocks?
Yeah, you're missing the point, aren't you?
Not missing that point.
It's not all of it. A lot of it's a load of bollocks, yeah. And there's a lot of bullshit and everything else out there, but there are cases that are truly inexplicable, like PENTYRCH, for example. That PENTYRCH incident, there's no doubt about that there was a military fucking battle that happened there between the military, that is the American military and the MOD, and an unknown entity. That's all we can say. I don't want to call them aliens because I don't think they are. But they're visitors of some sort that we don't know about. We, the public, we, the moron, they don't tell us fuck all. I mean, the technology that they've got, most of the UFOs that are spotted are man-made military equipment flying around. That's my opinion. I don't believe in aliens. But the thing about the UFO thing, there's no doubt about it. And you've got military whistleblowers coming out. That one that they talked about, you know, the Foo Fighters. Remember the Foo Fighters in the war?
Yeah.
Right. So what are you calling those? You calling those, you know, like people liars? Why would they lie? The Germans and the British saw them. You know, they were seen by all different nations. Americans saw everyone saw them who was flying in that war. The Foo Fighter thing, right? And what's that? What's that? Are you saying that's all bollocks? Now the military is saying it. It's not bollocks suddenly.
No, not at all. I'm having to think about it because I've never read into or listened into what the Foo Fighters were about. I've heard of it, but I don't know enough knowledge of it to basically comment on it.
What was the geezer's name? Who was the field marshal? The chief of the air thingies. I can't think of his name, but he was the
Bomber Harris.
No. It was flipping hell.
Montgomery.
No. Battle of Britain. He was. I think he was the
Battle of Britain.
The chief marshal, the air marshal.
Bomber Harris.
No. Bomber Harris. He's a war criminal, isn't he? It was unnecessary what happened at the end of the war.
The last Dave, he knows. Who's the bloke for that?
Yeah. He's famous. He is famous. You know, right, Glenn? He used to because a lot of people say that ghosts and shit or that mediums and everything else is bollocks, right? But this geezer that I'm trying to think of, right? And he was a main man, right, and very, very pragmatic, and no nonsense, no flip for whatever else. But even in the
Dowding, he says,
Dowding, right? Dowding, that's it. Right? He used to, right, even in the worst part of the Battle of Britain and all that, right, when they were under, he would, without sort of exception, spare 1 hour to talk to dead pilots. Dowding, that's right.
Did he?
He used to spend an hour a day.
It was a bloke who was dead pilot last week in August, the first week in September. You saw him with the King.
He what?
Bit on time, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's Dowding.
Yeah.
So who's Bomber Harris then? Who's he?
He's the other, he's one who's done. Oh God, he's done different fighters. Daddy.
Right. So
Yeah, I mean, like
there's only some Spitfires and Hurricanes.
right.
And the other bloke was for the bombers.
See, I didn't believe in that.
ask Dave. Oh, Dave, do you know about Dowding used to spend an hour, even in the height of the Battle of Britain, to talk with his dead pilots? Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard about that?
We only had only facts and crap like that. You know,
Yeah, but you don't know, no.
Yeah, but like that's that's been brushed under the cup because he wasn't an idiot. I'm not saying he was an idiot or if he was sort of like a fantasist or a conspiracy theory, whatever, right? Because that's what they try and shoot you down on. And then they've got people like Glyn to support them. I don't know why you're supporting those things about conspiracy theory. Are you telling me, Glyn, that there's never been any conspiracy?
On what?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. You're saying that these conspiracy theories and everything. Oh, it's all bollocks. You said.
Oh, well, that fucking UFO shit. That's just absolute.
Right, UFO shit. It's all bollocks. Are you telling me that all the hundreds of thousands? Right. So you're telling me that all the hundreds of thousands of reports about conspiracy theories, there's no conspiracy at the end of it. You don't think there's any conspiracy?
Nah, because all this fucking UFO shit.
I'm not talking about UFO. I'm talking about just a general.
It's all this fucking Area 51 shit. America.
Yeah, right, no, you're full of that. Right, that's offensive. That's offensive. That's offensive because, like, by the same token as me saying the people from the military shouldn't complain, that's offensive to people that have actually had depression and sort of like problems in their life. Like at the aerial school, they were children that witnessed that incident, right? And they're adults now in their 40s, right? Some of them have actually gone through really hard times, right? From division, from people like you, right? Who don't even consider, you're not even going, Area 51, yeah. Area 51 is a PSYOP, yeah. But a blue beam or whatever, like they're sort of like say, oh yeah, we're going to cover this up and not tell you about it.
Yeah, but everything that comes out in the news or gets released about UFO sightings and landings and stuff all comes from America.
Well, that tells you more about the news than it does.
Ain't Mr. Wan sitting on his patio in Japan eating his rice noodles at 11 o'clock at night, going, oh, what is that? Where's that? Oh, big silver thing come out sky. God damn, bought my fucking grass. Bastard, fuck off. And it fucked off at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Look at that fucking bastard, bought my fucking grass.
I'll see you as well.
It's all fucking America. I was sitting out the back there. I was eating my corn. And this big silver thing.
This little tangent that he's going off on here, this is the reason why he doesn't know anything. Because, like, you only know your own voice, don't you? Have you heard of the PENTYRCH? Have you ever heard of the PENTYRCH UFO incident in Wales?
No, never.
No, it's like bollocks.
Right.
It's like bollocks. It's all fucking bollocks.
Right. Well, anyone who signed up for the fucking army, right, go fucking do one. If you don't fucking like it, don't dance with the devil and then come crying to me later because I'm not interested. It's a load of bollocks.
I'm not interested in your
fighting for you. You're not fighting for your country. You're fighting for you. And in a way, you're not even fighting for you because the military are fucking us over. That's their tool that they use against us. So
you've been in the military?
It's not defending us.
Have you been in the military?
Hey?
Have you been in the military?
Have you seen a UFO?
Have you been in the military?
Here we go.
You answer mine. I asked you first.
I haven't seen a UFO, no.
Right, no, but like if you find out about that incident that happened in PENTYRCH in 2016, right? That's for me is the most sort of compelling sort of incident that happened, right? And the details of it. There's no reason for that woman to lie, and she suffered really badly since, and her family have been threatened, and she suffered to bring her that story, just like those children from 94 from the aerial school. Those two incidents. To say that it's all bollocks is just. Why would those people put themselves through a lifetime of hassle right? For if they didn't have some sort of reason. And how can those people that have done that, they're sort of sacrificing themselves to bring you a truth, whereas the people in the military just everything gets covered up. So you're definitely not fighting for me if you go into the military. Maybe the Falklands War, maybe you could say that they called it a conflict, it was a war, but like at the end of the day, maybe you could argue, yeah, that's where we were sort of fighting for our our sovereign rights or whatever. Yeah, I could go along with that, but none of this fucking Middle East shit. We shouldn't be there.
The Second World War, you don't want to be taken over by Hitler, do you? So you had a reason to fight, didn't you?
But the thing is, why did Hitler stop at Dunkirk? He could have just carried on going and weighed off the thing, because Hitler was very much in favour of England. He was the royal family and everything.
Like England, yeah, he did, yeah. He visited
knowing
England.
that we've got a German head of state, we still have.
Now we had this thing called the Royal Navy. If they tried crossing by ship, we just blew them out of fucking water. So they tried crossing by air, and that fucking failed. So they didn't have a lot of options, did they? But when they stood on the beaches of fucking Normandy and Calais, looking across with their binoculars, thinking, "Fuck! If we tried crossing this 21-mile stretch of water, we're going to end."
World War II was started by the Rockefellers, like the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. They put it into they made the wheels start rolling, right? And for stupid reasons. I mean, like Archduke Ferdinand getting shot. Who the fucking hell is he? I don't care about him. I don't care
give a shit about him either. Exactly. What the fuck? Why were you interested in fucking Archduke Ferdinand? What the hell is going on?
And here we are with Glenn at the fucking helm, right? Walking us straight into the same shit. For fucking what? For what reason? What's your reason? What? I'm saying it about this conspiracy theories because I think it's affecting our day-to-day life. What are you doing it for? What are you supporting the military for? What's it done for you? It picked you up, used you, and then dropped you like a piece of shit, right? And now it's not interested in you because you're no good to them. You're too old. You're washed up, right?
I am still in contact with the military quite regularly, thank you.
What, the military are still caring for you?
Yes.
Well, congratulations. You know what I mean? End of the day, your paychecks are soaked in blood, isn't it?
Good fuck.
No, obviously. Well, what does that say about you then?
I've done my job.
Done my job. Yeah, I used to get a lot of that when I was to go auditing. I'm doing my job. Just doing my job. That's what the fucking geezer putting the Zyklon B into the fucking gas chamber said, isn't it? Just doing my job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, just doing my job.
Yeah, so it's all about doing your job.
Have you considered getting a Nazi uniform? Neck, wouldn't it?
I might have one somewhere. I don't know.
Well, you seem to like fucking war, don't you? If you like war, and Hitler was essentially on our side, not the people, obviously, but the fucking head of state, then, inviting them to dinner and that, then what did we fight for? What was World War II for if, we've been invaded anyway?
He did invite our head of state. He invited, what's his name? David.
He invented the king. He invited the king, and there was
Edward VII. He invited, didn't it?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. And he's the one who got divorced. Yeah.
Yeah,
right. And he was. I remember that picture of him walking up he was inspecting the troops, basically, not the British troops. No, the fucking Nazis.
Yeah, exactly. Edward and Mrs. Simpson. Exactly.
There you go.
Edward the Fourth, was it? Edward the Seventh.
Right, and he was caught in the middle, wasn't he? He was like, "Oh, should I go to the British or should I go to the
Hitler did promise him that if Hitler came to Britain, then he would get rid of the monarch and put him in place, didn't they? That's what he said.
The only reason that they changed their name from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha to Windsor in First World War was to sound less German.
Yes.
And that's a disgrace. That's the fucking disgrace. That's time to dissolve.
We should never have had a treaty.
That's time to dissolve it. I'm not saying get rid of the monarchy. I'm saying dissolve it and reform it. You know, because then you can start reforming everything else. But as it stands, we've got this fucking head of state supported by a military, which is not doing us any favours at all. Ain't doing us any favours. We've got everything we need here, everything we need. And what we're sending it fucking to Ukraine and the Middle East, Israel. It's a fucking travesty. That is a conspiracy theory and a half. And yet you say that all conspiracy theories are bullshit, but the military are all fucking A1. That's disappointing, if nothing else. And you haven't got an explanation for it, have you, Glyn? There you go. Silence says it all.
Didn't get a chance to fucking speak. I didn't say it's conspiracy.
I'm giving you a chance right now. I'm asking you right now. You're saying that all conspiracy theories are bullshit, whereas the military are fucking, bluer than blue and like butter wouldn't melt. That's the impression I'm getting. And that's not fair. That's not right.
Okay, fine. It's all right. You're right. I'm wrong. I'll give in.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that was easy.
I don't argue these days. I've argued with so many people in my life. I've done my bit. I joined the military at 18. I served till I was 23, 24. I left. I got a life experience out of it. Taught me a lot.
You ever noticed this? Ex-military love to tell you, don't they? They go, I've done this and I went there and I went, I don't care. I'm not interested. If anything happened that was of any consequence or any interest, right, then you wouldn't tell me because you're institutionalized. You're under this Official Secrets Act. You're not allowed to say. It's only whistleblowers, God bless them all, who come forward about this stuff.
I talk about it to certain people. Don't talk about it to everyone.
Hey?
I talk about my service to certain people, not to everyone.
Yeah, but they do, Glyn. Yeah, I mean, what? Am I the only person here who has heard people waffling on about their time in the fucking war? Uncle Albert in the war. Oh, for fuck's sake, not again. Not again. You know what I mean? Because we're not interested. We don't fucking want it. We don't want a war. And the way they're doing it at the moment, they're fucking rallying, just like before the First World War, just before the Second World War. It's all the strings are being pulled from behind Adolf Hitler.
Always has been, always will be.
Not all, yeah, only because people like you want to fucking slap yourself around the head, have a shave, unless it makes you look less like Julian Assange. Julian Assange, what have you got to say about Julian Assange? Oh, I don't know Julian Assange. Right, what have you got to say about Julian Assange, Glyn?
Julian Assange, he was made a massive, brilliant website, blew the whistle, and they shut him down.
WikiLeaks. They tortured him. They held him. They kept him in that Ecuadorian embassy, right? Under the CIA. Actually, the papers have been released. The CIA actually sent out agents to execute him. Yeah. And then when they finally dragged him out because there was a regime change in Ecuador, they put him in solitary in the highest security prison, Belmarsh, right, that we've got. And as like they've done with this recent geezer who's come out talking about lizard shape-shifting, right? They've reduced his IQ, he says, from 140 to 95. That's what they do. They just mentally torture you until they break you. And that's what they've done to Assange. Assange should be the prime minister of this country if I had my way. But no, instead, he's a broken man, thankful to be back in it with his family in Australia. But he still had to say, I'm guilty, because he had to, didn't he? He had no choice. We either say you're guilty or you're going to be dead in 3 years. If we carry on doing this to you every day, Mr. Assange, you're going to be dead. So you want to make up your mind. Say guilty, we'll let you go home. And that's what you call that. That's what's supposed to be Department of Justice. Department of what? Fucking bollocks, mate. And all successive prime ministers and home secretaries and Department of Justice secretaries and what the fuck else have sat by and let it happen. And they're still there. That ain't always going to be the way, because like fucking we're not the first occupied country to exist, and we won't be the last, right? But as I've seen from history alone, right, it doesn't usually end well for the person who invades. In history, it doesn't usually end very well. In the long run, Romans, British, whoever you want to
talk about it.
Yeah, people who have invaded other people's countries, it usually hasn't ended well for them.
Well, it's like the Romans. The Romans come, the Romans sought, the Romans found. They realised fucking Italy's a lot better place because 1, it can grow grapes, 2, can grow olives, and 3, it's a lot fucking warmer.
Yeah, well, the bottom line is
that's why I miss this, because I find all the artifacts and bits and pieces down on the estuaries before I lost my eyesight. Do you ever wonder
why, like the Romans, like left Britain about 400 or 500, right after Jesus, right? So is that right? Yeah, about right, isn't it? And then you don't find anything.
Bored.
Right? Yeah, but then you don't find anything in them mudlarks, right? I'm going to estimate that you would have found some Roman stuff, right? And then you would have found, perhaps you might have found some Elizabeth, like Henry VIII sort of Elizabeth I sort of stuff, right? But nothing in between. Anything in between? There's nothing in between, is there?
No, because the estuary had washed out. The sea had washed the estuary out, and made the rivers. And there weren't a lot.
It doesn't know, because I've been under London Bridge itself, and I found, well, it wasn't Roman, or not confirmed Roman, but it could even be even older than Roman. Like that thing I found, like that brooch. I found a brooch, right, and it should be dateable, right. I found this on the Thames in London, in the centre of London, right. I'll show you if you want.
Yeah. Well, you have to. I can't see it.
I'll tell you what, you're talking about militaries as well, right?
Blind,
look at this. Look at this. I've got it up. No,
look at that blind.
I won't look for that. Look at that. Look. Where is it? Look, Nazi. That's Nazi That's Nazi medals and shit, like there.
Oh, yeah, where'd you get that from?
Well, I've got a lot of family who died in the war.
Oh, bloody hell!
Basically, we're going to get thrown out, so I've put them all together on this little frame.
Ah.
That, like down here somewhere, is like there's.
I need a wee. I need a wee. I got to have a wee. I need a wee. Excuse me. Yeah. I need a wee.
Well, I mean, where the German ones came from, you can only imagine. I don't really want to say, do I?
Yeah.
But possibly, I would imagine that the German ones came from fallen German soldiers. God bless them, because I feel bad for the German, soldier. Because okay, he might not have given it any thought, and he was just doing his job, and yet. It was all being all the strings, the real strings were getting pulled from behind. It shocked me. I was really shocked that after everything that I'd learned about the war, right? That the World War II I'm talking about. Britain's been sent. Yeah, well, maybe so.
That's not so.
Is it fair though? If somebody's like, I saw Ian Huntley's daughter, right, on TV, and everybody was going, oh, apart from me, right? Now, like, and everybody's saying to me, oh, you're out of order having a go at her. You know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, right? Is it right that you sentence the daughter of Ian Huntley? It's not, is it really? Because she didn't do it. She didn't. Right. That's what's happening with Britain. We're getting sentenced for things that have happened. It's not. I tell you what, as a white person, you ain't welcome over it. You ain't safe in South Africa. Like Glenn said there. Oh, my neighbours have just moved to South Africa. I immediately knew. Well, they're not white then, because there's no fucking white. There's plenty of white people coming from South Africa because they're getting run out. The racism's fine there, is it? So while we're getting sentenced, I'm sitting there looking at that. It doesn't seem very fair. And what we got to realise is how fucking outnumbered we are. And we've been living off our sort of guile and technological advancement, whatever. That dynamic is over. So we've got to think of a better way of at least putting because whatever happens, the weakest get attacked. That's the way it works. There used to be a game in the pub we used to play cricket, right, on the pool table, right, and it was a rule. It was a rule that everybody aims at the weakest person because that's how you complete the game. You know, it's like a knockout type of game, right? So it's actually a rule that you attack the weakest person. So you don't want to be the weakest person. But you're right. Britain is being sentenced all over the world for past doings, which was unacceptable. Because not only did it happened by 1%. The rest of the people in Britain itself were starving hungry. Oliver Twist and shit. So and as Glyn says, it's always been the way, it always will be the way. Well, don't expect me to sit there and feel fucking good about it, especially like when you're saying that on the back of the military is the fucking when I was in fucking the war, when I was in thingy, telling us all about it and everything else. You could have done something. You could have done something better. Could you accept you could have done something better with your life than go in the military?
Well, at the time, there was nothing else to do because there was no work.
There you go.
The work was shit. There was no work.
You're not fighting for your country. You're fighting for you. You didn't join.
I did. I wanted to better myself because I was brought up as a country boy. I was fit. I was active. I used to work the land as a child. This and that around this area, and then when I left school, there was fuck all about. First job. Shut fuck up, let me talk. First job I had.
You're confirming what I said. Go on.
First job I had, making pallets, nailing pallets together.
Yeah.
8 hours a day. Bang, 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 nailing pallets together.
Yeah, what a shit existence. So what did you do? How did you make your life better?
I joined the army.
Yeah, right. So you're not fighting for your country, are you? You're fighting for you. You joined the army because you wanted to make your life better, yeah? Because you're better than pallets. Right. So
it did make my life better. I joined the army. I was fit. So I pissed my 13-week basic training.
In the war. Carry on.
No, it's not in the war. It's basic training. You're not listening.
Did you drink your own piss?
Sorry?
You drank your own piss, didn't you? They made you drink your own piss. Or someone else's. Someone else's, yeah?
No.
Yeah? Well, you had done basic training then, because that's what included.
Fuck off, you fucking idiot.
That's included in basic training. What?
No, it fucking ain't included in basic training. You fucking piece of fucking shit.
Right. Well, as I haven't done it, I won't progress it. But I'm telling you, people have told me. So if that's true, if that's true, and you have to drink your own piss or someone else's piss, you have to do it in basic training. If that's true, you ain't basic training. If it's true, and I suspect it is true, because people are always waffling on about their army years, and like I've heard this more than once from people saying that as part of basic training, there's a thing in it where you've got to like drink your own or drink someone else's urine. So if you're saying you didn't do it, you ain't been through basic training. If it's true.
Oh, you fucking cunt. While you're talking, you're slagging down fucking soldiers.
Why someone told me? I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. But it's
you didn't have to fucking drink your own piss, you fucking useless fucking piece of shit.
Don't call me a useless piece of shit. Who the fuck are you calling me? How the fuck? If you're calling me a useless piece of shit, actually, you'd know one.
While you're fucking talking. While you're fucking talking.
You'd know one if you saw one. So I respect your opinion about that. Yeah. Yeah, so what? I haven't been in no fucking military. I'm not fucking militarised or anything like that. Someone fucking come out of the army. He told me, and he was a close friend. So I think it is true, Bev. Because like my mate Rob Chappelle, he was banging to the army, and he said that as part of it, you had to drink your own urine. That was part of his basic training.
That's just a joke.
That wasn't.
No, not Rob Chappelle. No, because it like, and guess what happened to him? He ended up throwing himself off a 17-block building, and I miss him, and I really do miss him. You know what I mean? And it fucking hurt me that he done that, and like
drink your own piss.
He got thrown out he got dishonorably discharged, right, for having a little tiny bit of weed that wasn't even it, or a little tiny bit of solid that wasn't even his, right. He was in I think he was in Germany. So that when was that? What year was that? Whatever year that was. He was saying he must have done it a few years, but he was perfect for the army. He loved it. He loved the army. It was his life, and he fitted perfectly into it because he needed it. Because as soon as he came out of the army, he became a smackhead and then threw himself off a building.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. There you go. She's just double checked. So this goes to show. Why did you do this basic training where you ain't got to do that? Because I just know that it's true. Because Rob, why would Rob admit to me about that? He would, he admit I managed to wiggle it out of it.
Jesus Christ.
And then he went like, well, it was part of the training, wasn't it? If I didn't do that, I was going to get kicked out or whatever. It's your own pee. You drink your own pee. There you go. So it just goes to suggest then that you ain't done basic training.
All right.
Well, where did you do your basic training then?
Bassingbourne Barracks in Hertfordshire, Queen's Regiment.
Yeah. And what regiment were you in? What's your number?
248-00608.
Right. Well, if Gamers is listening, because he's like banging to his army as well, you know what I mean? But look, all right. I don't think the idea of a national service. I think national service would have. They shouldn't have scrapped it. They should have kept it because it would have helped someone like me to be more organised, definitely. But like, I didn't even consider, just even when I was a kid, right? I used to think, I hope they don't start a war now because if they do, I'm going to be like going to war.
Was the same.
That's a terrible fucking thing. That in itself is enough to say how much of a bad thing the military really is. Is that it's terrified me my whole life.
Oh, really? Are you ready now, Ben?
No, I'm just plugging in.
I'm plugging in. Oh.
I'm just trying to find my charging port. Hang on, I must have throw that stuff on blind now. Yeah.
I might go to PENTYRCH, actually, like Lisa.
You did before and you got halfway there and come back again.
Yeah, well, yeah, the car had a problem. I don't want to mess the car up, you know what I mean? But like, I would like to go and just maybe stay there a couple of times, or not maybe, because people have come back and felt ill.
Well, you're doing Wales, didn't you?
Maybe this is the reason why. Because when you look at the way that the military aircraft, right, Glyn, like they come out of nowhere, all these military airplanes, right? Mm-hmm. And this is like 3 days before the 16th, like of February in 2016 in PENTYRCH, right? And then for days and days, right, this it was a English plane, you know, MOD plane, right? Like with propellers, but it was going round and round and round, right? But this spot, right? This random spot, there is a nearby base, right? But it's very unusual to have this. And all the people in PENTYRCH were going, why does that plane keep coming over? And there was loads of police reports about it and everything, right? Because they were saying, look, this is disturbing. It's this plane keeps going round and round, yeah, right? And then everyone was out looking, right, going like, what the hell is this plane doing, going round and round? And then all of a sudden, that's when the anomaly, shall we say, the thing in the sky appeared, right? But then suddenly there was Apache helicopters there, like 3 or 4 of them. Like there was Chinooks, there was C-130s and C-128 or whatever, you know, these fucking Hercules planes, massive planes. There was, I think there were 8 different types of American military aircraft suddenly at the scene, right? And then there was a massive explosion, right, which went near the Queen Margaret Hope, like the nearby hospital, right? And because that's where this thing crashed. Whatever they shot down out of the sky, that's where it crashed, next to this hospital. And obviously the hospital has an account of all the windows rattling, and then the whole hospital got filled with a sulfuric smoke, yeah, right? This is all documented, right? They shut the roads, then the military moved in, right? Like, and like as Kaz Clark says, you can take the man out of the military, but you can't take the military out the man, right? So these people turned up, right, saying that they were from a phone company. This is the next morning, saying that they were from a phone company, right? But the fucking idiots lined all their fucking tents up in a fucking straight line. Yes, sir, no, sir, right? You know, like making themselves look so military. Then someone said, who the fuck are you? What are you doing here? And they went, we're from the mobile phone company. We're from, I don't know, whatever it was, right? O2 or whatever, right? And they were going, what? Well, you're from O2, right? Why have you got fucking loaded rifles? What the fuck? You haven't even got the coloured caps on the things, on the rifles. So why the fuck would you be armed? And at first they said fracking, and everyone was in uproar because it was fracking. And then they changed it to a phone company, and then abstracted all these pieces of metal from this area, collected, you know, it's obviously cordoned it off, and chopped down some trees as well. Now, what's your explanation for that?
I don't know fuck all about it.
Oh, fucking hell, man. You're like a brick wall, aren't you? I just told you.
Yeah, something crashed.
Yeah, and the military shot it down, and that's all documentable, isn't it? Like there was C-130, like, at least 2 C-130s there, or I'd say at least 4 C-130 type.
See, Beverly knows, look.
Why would you have 4? Why would you have 4 C-130 transport aircraft?
Right. What's your explanation for it?
I don't know. Let me tell you about the incident.
Let me tell you then what was witnessed by the townsfolk, right, who were looking at the military planes.
Well, he going, I was eating my corn, and this big silver thing come over the sky.
You're a fucking idiot, aren't you? You fucking mug. Fuck off.
Oh.
He's a fucking mug. He's such a mug. You know, at the end of the day, all he is, everything that he is inside that can. and it doesn't get any better from there, does it? And it's like I might as well be talking to a fucking tomato, you know, and trying to get anything through to that fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. And I tell you what, I'm going to be on Lisa's lives the whole time, and I'm going to come on and talk about conspiracy theories because you've got fucking to say to you. Glyn, do you know you are boring? Like Lisa phoned me up the other day and told me. She said, you are so fucking boring, I had to get rid of him because you are so fucking boring.
What?
Yeah, and no, because what? Are you telling me he ain't? Are you telling me? Are you telling me that didn't happen? Right, it's not a fucking secret, Lisa, is it? He's a fucking mong. If I'm trying to have a conversation with someone and I go through all that fucking,
I'm the boring one. I'm the boring one.
Hey,
I'm the boring one. I said to you.
Said you know whatever, Lisa. I know what you said. You know what I mean? You said he's a boring cunt. You know what I mean? He is. And I'll tell you why you're a boring cunt, Glenn. Because you don't fucking listen. The only fucking subject you want to talk about is you. You in your army. You problems. You is your fucking vision. You think. What about Lisa's problems? What about Beverly's problems? What about mine? You haven't even thought about them, have you? All you think about is you. And that's because everything you are is what you are fucking sapping out of that can right now. And it's your fucking downfall. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why you're doing it. Because you was in the military. And I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of getting all these fucking mugs coming out of the military. They're either fucking insane and end up shooting, fucking having a shoot up in the fucking high street, or you know, individually, domestically violent, whatever, violence, because that's what you're told to do, isn't it? You're sent into the army with
you ain't kicked him, have you?
Yeah, what's the point? What's the point of having a pisshead on your fucking life?
God.
You can't have a conversation, can you? Well, what's your it's obvious, right? Not only from the military actions, but the authorities, you know, the government and the sort of police and everything that they were saying just didn't make sense. That right, you can look on the things, right? I mean, this is totally covered on the PENTYRCH channel, right? They shut the M4, right, and all the roads around it, the A382, I think it is, right, because a lorry overturned, right? That's what they say. That's the official line. Now, we can see that that's not true. Now, after everything that happened, the reports were that, like, she saw this UFO type thing with lights coming out of it and everything else. Everyone saw it. They all saw it. But, like, people don't want to, EA, don't make trouble for Lisa. I'm not making trouble for Lisa. He's already, you do realise this geezer's already threatened her and fucking, like, shouts at her and, like, it's really horrible to her, despite the fact all she's trying to do is help him. You do realise this, especially when he gets pissed, innit, Lisa? Tell me it's not true.
When he's drunk, yeah, a little bit, but he's all right all other times, isn't he?
Yeah, he's all right. When he's not drunk, it's the same here, same with me. If I was fucking drunk, imagine what I'm like when I'm drunk. Yeah. I'm the same. I'm a mug as well. I tell you what, I'll take on board that you said I'm a fucking, what did he say? He said I'm a fucking idiot. Right? Well, there you go. But remember, Glenn, it takes one to know one. Right? And I know the sort of person who ain't worth fucking keeping on your life when, like, because I know myself if I was doing that. You want to stop drinking and have fucking start thinking about other people, you fucker. And it takes one to know one. Yes, I know. Glenn gets nasty. Yeah, that's right. You know, I look, yeah, like everyone. Well, I do. Don't I, Beth? If I get pissed off, but I'm not going to. I don't take it to other people, do I? Anyway, so what's the situation on that subject, Lisa? What's the situation with your leg? Because you said earlier that you were going to lose the other one.
Well, no, they've given me some what they call it, ulcer socks. Got to start wearing these ulcer socks.
Fucking pair of socks.
Yeah.
If you were fucking the royal family or whatever, you think they'd give you a pair of fucking socks? You'd be getting the fucking state of the art. You wouldn't be in the situation you're in now, and that's what we're losing. Yeah. So what's the? Because you had your leg burnt in Rochford.
No. What? When they cut my leg off, the places that they burn bodies and all that in them days was Rochford. Yeah. So they said, well, when they cut your leg off, we're going to send it to Rochford.
Yeah. No, he's a fucking idiot, Mike. He's a fucking idiot. Hello, Mike. He's a fucking idiot. You know, end of the day, like if you tell you what, like Glenn, if you want to come back up, right? You come back up, right, and make yourself charismatic, right? Then I'm going with that. I'll let you come back up. This is like Nathan, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll have to send it. I don't think you will. I'll have to send it to him.
No, I don't think he will either.
Have you kicked him then, or have you just
what does that say? What does that say? Yeah, I kicked him because, like, if he's going to, like, I've just sat there and, explain to him the outline of the PENTYRCH incident without talking about UFOs.
Yeah.
I mean, even without thinking about it. Now, it's made me think. If like I don't even need to mention the actual UFO sighting for it already to be really strange, isn't it? Even if I take the UFO sighting out, like, it's even then you go, well, why would they shut the M4 for a lorry turning over? They actually specified the lorry had turned over. Well, guess what? There was no fucking lorry report turning over. So that they contradicted themselves because they're different agencies of the same authority. One is the traffic police, I guess, and the other one's on this military side, and they haven't put their heads together because they didn't know when this was going to happen. Because the assertion is that it was the visitors were non-human. That's the assertion. What other explanation? Right, there is another explanation, right? This is a good one as well, right? He must be sulking. Are you sulking, Glenn? Or are you just too drunk now to have an opinion on anything you don't like?
He hasn't replied, so.
Sulking. Right. Well,
I thought you were just going to put him in the back. You could have just put him in the back.
Right. No, I'm not going to put him in the back.
But you've kicked him.
But like, what's your explanation for that? Because you know about flight radar.
Yeah.
So what's your theory? Yeah. That's the facts.
I wish I could tell you. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but like you got to think outside the box. Then go on.
Can't.
What's your explanation? Like she reported that, like, they were sort of sitting out, basically watching these planes going round and round. Yeah, right. And then the from behind the trees or whatever came this huge pyramid-shaped object, right, which was swinging like a pendulum, which a lot of these sort of UFO sightings seem to be doing, right?
Wow.
And huge thing. She said it was like a skyscraper sort of thing in the sky, and then sort of green and red lights came out of it, one of which hovered over her, and she says that it's given her some sort of energy or whatever, and to, even 10 years later to still be going on about it. But of course, it's been shadow banned out of existence.
Bloody hell.
Or even I even suspect that some people, because I've told you about this before, Lisa. I've been on about this before.
I know.
That's how Bev knows it. Because how can you say you don't know?
I know. But...
Well, like, come on, you're going to have to know.
Oh no, I'm too much like Glyn then.
Well, that's not a good thing, though, is it?
Oh well.
Well, today's been the march, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Right. And what do you think will come of that? What do you think? Are they going to?
Looks a bit boring to me.
Should have been outside Buckingham Palace. It's a good day. No, it's a good day out. It's a good day out.
Yeah.
It's like loads of like-minded people back from the 70s all getting together in the middle of London. That's what it is, basically.
Yeah.
So I mean, is in a way it could turn out to be the antidote to people getting pissed off with their sort of hometowns getting invaded, because at least once or twice a year we all get together in London and pretend that everything's all right.
Yeah.
Because if they want the change that they're asking for, they should be outside Buckingham Palace, because it's the head of state where you should be. When I went to that march, right? Remember, I met that geezer with the long beard.
Yeah.
Remember it? Right.
Yeah.
That's what he said, right?
Mm.
And he looked humble, old, and wizened.
Yeah.
And for me, it was what he said that stuck out the most. He went, they shouldn't. I went like, look, they've blocked the road so they can't get to Downing Street. And he went, they shouldn't be doing that anyway. They should be outside Buckingham Palace. And he's absolutely right, because how can you reform something that's the same, couldn't have the same constitution, even if they did listen to your protest, and they're not gonna.
Yeah.
It's just, but it is a good day out. It's a nice day out for people. But it's, you know, I don't know what to make of it all. I can't find my bloody brooch. But I tell you what, I've got some coins that could well be seen as between the Roman period. I was trying to talk to fucking Glyn about it, but like, no, he's fucking look, this one here, look, this sort of coin.
Oh yeah.
That's there's no identifiable feature on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just made of hardened lead, right? And it's no good really to me, because I'm never going to be able to identify it. But it could be, and I found that. Do you know where I found that? Right where there's like a little village in Suffolk, right? And it's like where Dick Turpin, was it Dick Turpin or whatever? He used to like do his robbing there and all that. Yeah. And that used to be stand and deliver, didn't it? Right. So they just basically nick anything. Yeah, anything metal that they had would have been high value.
Yeah.
Right. But I was wondering if it was something the American government made and they were testing it out. But that's a good theory. But why would they fly the? You know, I'm surprised at you, Lisa, that like at the end of the day, you aren't interested in the flight pattern.
Yeah.
Why won't you have an opinion on that?
Don't know.
Yeah. Like, it's almost as if like every time I mention this subject, you suddenly say that.
Yeah, don't know.
What? Well, what? I've just told you.
Yeah, flight radar. Yeah, but I think it's on there. Was it on? Like what do you call it today? That Vulcan thing weren't on there, was it? So all depends what they've got rid of.
What do you mean?
Well, they haven't put the Vulcan thing on there, did they? Because it didn't have a transponder. So probably these things didn't have transponders, so it didn't go on there, did it?
But that's the thing. They did go on there, and the flight radar. It did go on the flight radar. This is what I'm saying to you.
Oh right.
There is a flight radar history or whatever pattern that has been captured and shared, and now I allege is being sort of suppressed or shadow banned, not allowed to be. And like, you know, I mean, it's interesting that you know, I have mentioned this to you many times, that you don't know, you know, that you don't know that.
No.
And that's you know that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
That it's sort of it's hard to relay what happened in sort of like a short form.
Yeah.
But like what I've just realised with Glyn is you don't even need to mention the fact that there was what's it called? Because you're quite interested in planes, aren't you? Well, where have you gone? Where have you gone? Oh, I was in solo. Oh, solo.
Mode, yeah.
You know, I mean, even if there hadn't have been, say if there was no UFO sighting, right? What explanation have we got, right? For there's Kaz Clark there. That's the one who had the sort of because everyone else has bricked it. Really, has said like, no, I'm not going to say no.
For both PENTYRCH in South Wales.
It's just saying how unusual it was for that type of aircraft to be flying over South Wales.
Yeah.
And I was looking for the flight pattern, because the flight pattern is very damning. It's very concerning, even without thinking about it now, right? Even without the fact that Kaz Clark has reported, you know, all this stuff that happened, yeah.
Mm.
Even without that, it's questionable. I had a Chinook a couple of years ago fly right over, and it went round and round on a tight sort of circle, and I never got any answer, and it was never on the radar either. It was never mentioned, right?
Mm.
But the thing is, all of these aircraft, I mean, I know that's a mock-up, but all of these aircraft that were flying about, look, Apaches, there was like 4 Apaches, maybe more than that, because I'm going by, they were in a sort of like in a tight formation, the Apaches, in attack mode, isn't it? That's attack mode, isn't it?
Yeah.
When they're coming in like that. I mean, I'm not a military man, I'm proud to say, but so, you know, so at the end of the day, I'm not a mentalist. You hear me, you divvy? He's still listening.
Then it gets bold again. You can see it's all brown. Yeah, so these are all.
Yeah, look, you see, like these. If I went to PENTYRCH, that's what I'd go and have a look at. Is this hedgerow? Because like that was weird, you know, like what she reported. She said, "Oh, this thing came over and hovered over this tree." Right now, look at the tree. Look, that part of the tree is dead, right? And the bush where the other thing, the little sort of thing came out. Look, that bit was where she reports. Look, that the UFO was. Look at that. It's frazzled. It's frazzled, that bit of bush, whereas the rest of it is in sort of like, maybe I think that's winter or autumnal leaf or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Ben, the junior porter. Yes. He went there. Like when he went, that's when he went there. And I know sort of Ben, you know, semi-personally. Do you know what I mean? I haven't actually met him, but I've been chatting with him for a long time. I've got a lot of time for him. I like him. Yeah, Bev, you know what I'm talking about, didn't you? Do you know what I'm talking about, Lisa?
No.
Right. But I've mentioned him many times before. Ben, the junior porter. I mean, he's a bit soft core for what we need, you know, because you need to call people out. This because he gets a lot of shit as well. Do you know, he got, you know, this Kaz Clark, she's had so much shit from the fucking men in black, as it were, whatever that means, from military people that have, you know, really harassed her and everything else. There's something else as well. When she went the morning after, right? They went to the site where they heard the explosion, right? And it was snowing on that one spot, but it was weird snow. To me, it sounds like fallout, yeah. And there's a video of her, and like even though she's got sort of greyish hair there, yeah, right, and she has now. This when she went to this site, her hair turned white. I mean, bright white. It was bright white.
Yeah.
And she's the one who said, like, one of these things like hovered over this bush, right, and killed it, and then it hovered over a tree where she was standing. And it killed the tree, right? But Kaz Clark reports having a feeling of really niceness, you know, like sort of, this is lovely. I you know, I love you and everything like that. These are the goodies, as it were. You know, these are there to help us, and that these are the good ones, whatever. Which concerns me. That really concerns me about her. I asked her this question. I've asked her, but I don't think I didn't move her. I didn't move her. You know, that she's not movable on that. As far as she's concerned, it was a feeling of tranquility, peace, and love that was warm and good and true and yes. Right, and yet it killed all of the bushes and trees because there were other spots. There's another spot nearby where the actual incident happened, right? And for years afterwards, nothing grew on it. It was called the bald spot. It's like known by the locals.
Radiation. Yeah.
It weren't until about 5 years later that the stuff actually began to grow on this little patch.
Yeah.
He was on his live. Didn't they say the radiate? Right, yes. And the geezer went round with a Geiger counter, and the radiation of the area is really high. Now, my suggestion is, right, from what these people have presented, right, including that flight radar. Well, that's the answer. That's the answer. Whatever it is that the military were doing, they were doing it under PENTYRCH, right? And I can tell you exactly where as well, right? I said this to Kaz Clark. I don't know how much she's taking it on board or what. That's one of the reasons I'd like to go, because I'd like to ask her face to face, like, it's under the ground, isn't it? Whatever was being protected is under the ground. And that's going like the military know about it and we don't know about it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try Ben again.
Outside.
I mean, there's so much about this case, right? Which, you know, the only bit I want to talk to you about, Lisa, is about the aeroplanes, because you like aircraft, don't you?
Yeah.
You're into your aircraft and all,
right?
So, you know, if right, the other day there was a C-130 flew over, didn't it, over Kent and come over. It's not, and I said straight away to Glyn, that's not usual, is it? Ain't usual. Yeah. But then we figured that it could be going to an air show of some type or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Now that's one aircraft on one occasion, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
Now suddenly, you've got at least 4 Apaches, at least 2 Chinooks, maybe, you know, more than 2 Chinooks. I don't think they had any fighter jets over, which is weird, isn't it? Why would they have not had any, like, F-16s or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
There was no F-16s or nothing reported. Oh, fucking hell! I've got to find this flight thing, because, like, when you see
when it neared the ground,
when you see it, and then compare it to even to what I was talking about the other day. You say, oh, it's fucking C-130 flew over Kent. Yeah, I can hear it over the house now. It's rumbling away, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why when you watch the skies, you should just watch out for the military movements. I saw some sort of military helicopter the other day. I was like, I do keep my eyes open, you know, on the skies, because, like, if you see military movement, it means something's going on. Whether or not it's UFOs or whatever, but we don't know, do we?
No.
But this is what's interesting about the PENTYRCH incident. It doesn't, the actual sighting doesn't really matter. It's the way the authorities have acted afterwards. They sort of conflicted their own story.
Yeah.
Oh, why can't I find that flight flipping data? What was it on? It was on that video. Ben, he's let me down. Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, but you know that Ben, the junior porter, he got a weird. Oh, this was so weird. A weird copyright thing where from a TV agency, right, connected to the BBC. Right, after he did his PENTYRCH, after he covered PENTYRCH, Lisa, yeah?
Yeah.
He got out of the blue, got this company pop up, right, and said, in one of your videos that you made in 2014 or something, you used this picture, right?
Yeah.
And we own that picture, and I did a live.
Yeah.
I did a live immediately afterwards saying, right, where's this fucking picture? Banged it straight up and went, right, go on in. If you're going to sue him, you're going to have to sue me now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to have to explain that in court.
Yeah.
How come you've prejudiced this geezer and not this geezer?
Mm.
And it worked, as far as I know. As far as I know, they backed off.
Yeah.
That's what I said to Ben. I said, just tell him to go do one.
Yeah.
Just ignore it.
The trajectory of this thing.
But I reckon they backed off now because he went public about it, and it's how embarrassing. They've embarrassed themselves. News media or something they were called, news media agency. One of the many agencies that obviously they're using, these military men in black, whatever you want to call them.
Oh.
Well, these systems are using what?
Rebel.
What?
Look at his put.
What?
He said, notify me that they'll be conducting.
He ain't even bloody watching anyway.
Glenn is a wanker. It's under the mountain. Yeah, look, see, me and Bev, look. Yeah, under the mountain. There's a nearby mountain, right? And I do, but like at the end of the day, it's gonna be where that flight pattern was. Glenn is a wanker. Glenn, right? Why, Glenn, I've put the link up there, and you've been invited to come back if you can like be of any interest.
Oh, he's probably not watching.
A complete melt. And you should as well, Lisa. What is your explanation for them having all these aircraft over this spot, regardless of anything, right? What explanation would you give? That they said, the military said it was a military exercise using live ammunition. It was a live exercise.
Mm.
Over a hospital.
Yeah.
Over a residential area. You don't think that's a little bit weird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Glenn, you've got to come up and say something.
He's probably not watching. He's probably doing something else.
Something else.
Yeah.
Slumped into a drunken stupor in a sulk. What's the matter with him? But anyway, I just want. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. Look, here it is. Right now, just to put it into now, I can put it into context for you. Right? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Right. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah. Where's this?
This is over PENTYRCH on the night. Right.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Look, going round and round in a figure of 8. It's doing at the moment. It's doing figures of 8. Right. Look, there's some passenger jets, normal passenger jets, and all that.
Yeah.
Right. It's doing figures of 8 over this little spot, isn't it? Going round and round, irritating people. Right. Where's the timeline on this? Look. This is actually this is Plane Finder. I was thinking, right. Where's the timeline? Look, you're better at these than me.
Like, down the bottom it says, look, 23 second 2016.
Right. Now it happened on the 26th. The incident, the UFO sighting happened on the 26th, right? So this is right. This is the 20. What is that? 23rd? Is that?
There's 23rd on there.
Yeah. Right. 23rd. Right. Okay. Right. This is going to put it in. This is going to put it in out now, without mentioning anything about UFOs or nothing. I don't have to. What's your explanation? Right, they were doing the figures of 8. Now he's going around and around. There he is.
Could be scanning, because don't forget, there's a lot of scanning going on around there as well.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Going round and round. Right, look at that. Right. They just downloaded it as a video. Right, where are we now? What's this? Nothing. going on? What's going on? Right, where are we now? Look. Right, it's back again. It's back again on the 24th at 4 o'clock in the 4 p.m. Right, starts going round again.
Yeah.
They've actually, look, this is the entire thing. Look, 28 minutes of flight radar. Look, keeps going round and round. Right, right. Then back to the figure of 8. Where is it? What the hell? Right. Now at 9 o'clock, it's back again. Right. Everyone's asking why. Right. Starts doing those weird sort of patterns. Right. Then it gets to, fuck's sake, on the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
But there it is there. That they're just normal passenger jets. What the fuck? Look, it's doing smaller and smaller circles as it goes.
Mm.
It started on the outside and then sort of like, you know, occasionally gone in like that. As if it doesn't want to spend too much time in this area. That spot right there. This is what I said to Kaz Clark. I said that spot right there has got to be relevant, isn't it? Whatever it is that this plane knew, right, or had been abducted by those who knew, right, had been told that spot was the one that they had to sort of like protect because the incident happened on the 26th. So it's gone round and round and round. No wonder they were freaking out. How many? I mean, have you ever seen a flight pattern like that before?
No, only when they're scanning.
I mean, that's no. You look that you can't tell me that you've ever seen. You've gone on flight radar and seen that. Look at the thickness of it.
Not round and round, but in stripes, like Cops Spain stripes.
It's ever decreasing. Look, if you look very closely, look, it goes like that. It sort of spirals out. Look. It spirals out, but the most, I mean, like it's like 130 like turns.
Yeah.
Look, the kids. Look, it's 20 to 9 now. The kids are in bed. Can you stop flying that fucking plane around, please?
Yeah.
It's like a twin propeller thing. This plane, this type of plane. It's a shame he's not on thing, isn't it? Because there's the picture on the other one, isn't there, on the flight radar?
Mm.
But that is weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a weird thing, right? So let's like look, then at 9:15, they're still doing it. They really thought between those hours something was going to happen, right? So look, then it gets later on, right? Now it's nearly sort of 10 o'clock and it's back again. Pissing people off. People are getting on the blower to the old bill, going like, why is that plane flying around? There's loads of police reports about this fuckwit plane flying up and down. Why is it doing that? What sort of military exercise is this?
Yeah.
Look, something. What's that? What's the black line? I wonder. I don't know what the black line was. I don't think it splits it up. I don't know what the black line is, but now look at 12 o'clock, it's back and it's done the same pattern again.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy, isn't it? What's the explanation?
I shall know.
This is in 2016 over Wales, in which a UFO incident happened. This is on the same day. This is on the same day, 26th. So this was at the time. I think this happened about this time. So Kaz Clark and this other geezer and all the sort of townspeople are looking up at this fucking plane flying around. But at 2 o'clock in the morning, same pattern again nearly, isn't it? Like the spiral. But even more pronounced on that inwards. I wonder how many turns that denotes. It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
If this was Southend,
I know,
right, and I suddenly saw that, I'd be asking questions. But it's gone now, right? Right, at 2:16. I wonder when the incident itself happened, because the incident happened about this time, I think. Look, now there's all these other planes coming, look. So it happened about this time. It happened about two. I think it was 2. Well, it's whenever these black lines, these black lines are going to be the Apaches and everything else. C-130s, 8 different types of aircraft, and at least sort of 2 or 3 or 4 or even more of each type. So we're talking like 15 planes in the sky. It's fucking mad. It is fucking mad. Even without the sighting information, people should be. Why aren't people asking questions? I know what those plane spotters are like. They are fucking manic about planes, right? My mate, he used to be a plane spotter, right? And he used to say to me, "Go on and test me." He goes, he used to give me this handbook, right, of registration numbers of airplanes, and he go, "You read me the registration number, and I'll tell you what plane it is." Right? And it was a big, thick book, right? And you go, right, number HDC 547501, and you go, oh yeah, that's Nigerian's number 67, and then name the plane. That's how much he's big up, yeah, Rebel. Glenn's crying for some reason. Glenn, stop changing your nappy. The link is there. If you want to come up and say something, or anyone else does, then you can, because who's that? Lisa, what do you mean good night all?
I'm heading off in a minute.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm getting tired.
It's been 2.5 hours. See what I'm saying? Look, I start waffling about this, PENTYRCH, yeah, because it is interesting for me. You don't find it interesting, no? It's all conspiracy theories, Lisa.
Don't bother me, really. I'm not.
That's what you think, though, isn't it? It's what you think, though, isn't it?
Me, but yeah.
Well, that's why I'm only talking about the flight radar information. What was that? What was that? Why is it over? Oh, this is what it was in America, was it?
That's Cardiff.
Oh, that's Cardiff as well, was it? Right. So this is on the 25th? It was 26th it happened, didn't it? 25th. Oh, yeah, 26th, early in the morning. So we're on the 25th. Oh, fuck. That does say 25th, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it, no, it don't. Does it? It says 20. Oh, stop it. It said 26th. It said 26th. Why did it flick back to 25th? There must be a reason.
There's 26th now, yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a reason why he's doing that. I don't know. I don't even know the reason he's doing that. But like, look, that's the 26th when it happened, right? Look, when all these darker lines turn up, that would have been all the other aircraft that suddenly turned up when Kaz Clark reports that she saw the object in the sky, which is a pyramid shape. So it supports it 100%, but supports what she's saying, and that's why it's a compelling case, because at the exact time that she happened to say that she saw something in the sky, there just happened to be all of this military. This is Apaches and C-130s. Yeah. What's your explanation, Lisa? What do you think?
Nothing. Well, it could be just scanning.
Personally, I think whatever it is, I'll tell you what, if I went to PENTYRCH, I would be interested in that spot. That spot right there is where I want to go. I don't know where that is, because I think PENTYRCH's over here somewhere or whatever. I don't know the geography of the place. But I'll tell you what, I'm thinking that if you went and camped up there, there's the local mountain there. That would be the local mountain, right? So this is quite regional, isn't it? This is quite zoomed in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So whatever that spot is there, yeah. And I guess that is at the foot of the mountain, right? That is where I would want to go.
Yeah.
But to my mind, I think that if you did go there, you might come away with ill effects. Because I think there's something, it must be, what other explanation is there than that there's something there that it's protecting?
Yeah.
That's the explanation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Out of that diagram, the bit that's going to be of most interest is the bullseye, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a dartboard, doesn't it? So that's going to be the most interesting, the most unique part on the board. So that's where I would want to go.
Yeah.
Because whatever it was that was directing that plane knew that this point here was worth protecting. And it's not me saying it, it's them saying it. They're the ones, the military. So it's the PENTYRCH incident. If you want to go over and check that out, I would if I was you, because like it's Britain's most compelling. I don't like using the word UFO, to be honest with you. Right, because I don't even accept that there has been any evidence provided for alien visitation. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying I haven't seen it. So I don't have to make any decisions about whether I think there's aliens or what. But there was something in control of the whatever it was in the sky, even if it was just a military piece of equipment that they were testing out. There was something that I don't think was originally from Wales. So they're visitors. That's what I call them, visitors. But whatever it was that the military were concerned about was there. It could be that Russia have got some technology where they can cloak their military equipment and then tried flying it over, and that this mountainous region could have like sort of decloaked it. It's possible. It's possible. It's not technology that I know about, but it's possible. But that's what draws me to PENTYRCH. And what do you think, Beverly? People have come away. Even Ben Junior Porter, who went there recently, came away. When he came away, his legs started hurting. He went, "Oh, my knee, leave it out. It hasn't hurt for about 10 years, but like I'm fucked. I can't walk." And Kaz Clark's been ill, and loads of people have been ill in that area. It's my suspicion. It sounds, from everything that has happened to the people in the area, it sounds like radiation. It's radiation poisoning, isn't it? Whatever it is there, and they've done readings on the ground, and it's like sky high. The radiation leak, like Lisa, if you're tired, you can like turn it in. I don't know.
Oh,
because I'm on a waffle anyway.
Okay.
But it is interesting. It is interesting, isn't it? Beverly knows what I'm talking about. I've got a. As soon as I heard about it, I sort of had a bit of a feeling about it, and the more that I found out has reinforced it. That's why I'm so sort of like keen about it, because it's been going for ages. You know, like my thoughts about it, that being something. And it's weird also that Kaz Clark has been, she says, empowered by the experience she had, whatever, even though it killed all the trees. I mean, how does she know that what that feeling wasn't something playing with her, tricking her? Do you know what I mean? That's basically what I said to her. I didn't actually say that, because I had to stop short of actually saying that. So I'd say the same to someone who says, like, Jesus is your salvation and whatever else. I'd say, well, how do you know that? That's my question to these people that keep saying to me, how do you know that? So, well, he told me. No, I'm not asking what he knows. I'm asking, how do you know that? Right? Now, I'd say the same to Kaz Clark. This thing came over her and gave her this feeling and has empowered her. I can't argue the fact that she's carried on trying to promote this thing. Even now, 10 years later, she's still 100%, you know, as eager as can be. She's got family and kids and all that. But she said she's, first of all, she was really ill, right? Said she very nearly died and all that. For what sounds like radiation poisoning to me, whatever. And her hair went white and everything. She's had you know, the phone calls and that. You get phone calls about people, and they basically, it says they say you better back off and stop doing this and all that. And she got someone from the BBC or something like got in touch with her, and she went, it wasn't even like an interview, it was more like an interrogation. You know, they're using these agencies, and then Ben got that weird thing from I've had nothing. I've had nothing. But I would. Is that because more people have now promoted it? You know, I mean, even the Y-Files covered it. You know, do you know that, Lisa?
Yeah.
What, you knew the Y-File? The Y-Files is it got 3.3 million views. 3.3.
Base 44. A simple sentence becomes
a channel.
Your website page.
Well, they are a big channel. I don't think it's like it's not.
This episode of the Y-Files is brought to you by Fishing Clash.
It's making millions.
Military surveillance planes circled the Welsh village of PENTYRCH for 3 days straight in February 2016. Never leaving, never landing, just circling. Local police fielded dozens of calls. Residents wanted answers about the planes. They wanted to know about the 3 days of weird lights in the sky. The police said it was probably RAF training, but they didn't know either. Kaz Clark stood outside with her neighbor Dave on February 26th. They'd been watching the planes for days. Military aircraft don't circle villages without a reason. At 2:30 a.m., they got their answer. A black pyramid appeared in the sky, 30 stories tall. Within seconds, combat aircraft swarmed from every direction. The military wasn't surprised. They'd been waiting for it. The circling planes, the perfect timing. This was not a coincidence. This was an ambush.
Basically, there was a shootout. I'll get copyrighted now, and I'll probably. But there was a shootout, basically, between the military and and the crafts. You never seen that? And you seen that, Lisa?
No, never.
And had 3.3 million views. Good luck to him. Oh yeah, it was a full moon as well. Don't forget. That's why I said I wanted to go on a full moon. When's the next full moon, Lise?
Yeah.
When's the next full moon?
Full moon. 23rd of Saturday. Next Saturday. Next Saturday.
I reckon that's my target. I reckon that's my time.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon you've had your time, haven't you, Lisa? You tired, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going
right.
off.
Good night then.
Okay then. You see you later.
See you later. Right. I think we'll have a bit more about that, actually. A little bit more about that. Go on, carry on.
Was enormous. 1,000 feet long on each side, bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, hovering just above the tree line. Objects this size make noise.
Just think about that. You don't even need all this information. Even without, you take this bit out, right? You take this bit out, it still demands an answer. Because, like, just the fact that they've got these fucking planes flying around.
Rotors, something. Not this object. The pyramid was silent. Dave grabbed Kaz's arm. His hand was shaking. And the pyramid just hung there, tilted at an angle. Then it started moving. Not flying, swaying. left, right, left again. Picture a pendulum the size of a skyscraper. Nothing that massive should move like.
He hasn't got that right. He hasn't got that right. It's sort of like it was on its point. It wasn't wobbling about. It was on its point, and then sort of like rocking back and forward. You see, he's got that bit wrong. He's got that bit wrong. But like, you see what I'm saying? And there's a lot more. There's a lot more that is that's even this channel, who's really well researched and what have you, haven't included. Including that flight radar. That flight radar is really weird, isn't it? That, if you know anything about aviation, like, it's this thing about the military people, how fucking stupid they are.
A truck overturned. The locals didn't buy it. You don't close half.
Yeah, go on. No, it's motorised, isn't he? Go on.
Immediately, all public areas were closed. Multiple highways were shut down, including the M4 motorway. The official reason was a truck.
Think of that. Think of what he just said. The M4 motorway was closed down immediately afterwards, but including all the A roads around it.
Truck overturned. The locals didn't.
A truck overturned. That's the official line. A truck overturned. Right. Okay. If there's a truck overturned, then the traffic police would have attended. Yep. Okay. What? Oh, it's weird. There's no traffic police report about any overturned truck. What the fuck are you talking about?
Buy it. You don't close half of South Wales for one truck accident. A camp appeared overnight in the fields behind Kaz's house. Perfect rows of civilian tents. Too perfect. As Kaz would say later, you could take the man out of the army, but you can't take the army out of the man. Steve, Dave, and Donna, another friend, went with Kaz to investigate. The men at the camp were clearly military. They weren't wearing uniforms, but they were heavily armed. They said they were conducting a fracking survey. That was the wrong cover story. Fracking wasn't allowed in that part of Wales.
How dare you!
Later, they switched stories. Now they were from Vodafone, a large phone company. They were checking cell tower locations. But why does
what I mean? You see what I mean? Even without the reports, no, Lisa, even without the reports of the UFO sighting thing, it's weird, isn't it? Even if nothing had been reported. And I'll tell you what, we should be looking out for more of the military movements. Because you see military movements, then something's going on, isn't it? Whether or not it's bloody aliens or not is of no consequence. The fact is, something's going on, isn't it? Shut down half of South Wales. If I'm not mistaken, that all planes were grounded in Wales. I think I've got that right. There's reams and reams and reams of overwhelming evidence, right? From what the military and the authorities have done afterwards. That's not our fault. Why are we getting attacked for that? It's not her fault that like this thing was happening over the skies of PENTYRCH. The fact that she wants to report it, I don't understand how they can criticise her for that, or Ben Junior Porter, or me, or anyone, because I've had channels shut down as well, haven't I? But all I'm doing is reporting what's official, what's on the official reports. That's all the Y channel. That's all the Y files is doing, isn't it?
The metadata proved it. Same night, same time as PENTYRCH. The barrels were heading west, being chased by military aircraft towards Smilog Woods. Smilog Woods is a public area. It can't be closed without permission.
This is where whatever they shot out of the sky crashed near the hospital.
Now the whole area was locked down and patrolled. Witnesses had been camping in Smilog Woods. They saw an object crash. Those witnesses were assaulted, illegally detained, illegally searched, and forcibly removed by armed military personnel.
And do you know what? Out of all the sort of research that I've done on this PENTYRCH thing now, I couldn't tell you who those people are because they've been silenced, frightened, threatened with silence, otherwise or else. That's why I don't know who those three are. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that I suppose because Kaz Clark, she knows a lot of people like this, and I've heard her say, please, if you did see something, come forward, because she goes, but I won't dox you. I won't dox you, she says. Which is good of her, isn't it, really? Because I want to know who they are. They shouldn't need to be in fear. You should never be in fear of the truth. So who were those three that were camping in Smiler Woods on the night? Wow.
Their phones were taken and wiped.
You don't know what an
That's the way it
AI
is, isn't
work
it?
management platform?
That's the way they work. They get away with it with Assange. They get away with it with everyone.
One witness drove through chunks of crystal scattered across a road. What? Red and white crystal. It was like broken glass.
I'm not even sure if this is correct, because I've never heard this bit. I'm not even sure if this is
glass, but heavier and thicker. The debris field from one of the destroyed barrels. At Cardiff Airport, an Apache helicopter made an emergency landing.
Oh yes, that's the other thing, of course, yeah. They've dramatized it there a bit because it was only smoke. But a US Apache helicopter landed at Cardiff Airport with smoke coming out of the cabin at the same time as the incident.
Its cockpit on fire. The official story was a mechanical failure. It had taken off from St. Athan Air Force Base at 4:24 a.m.
That's the local base.
Just 3 minutes after the explosion. It made multiple trips to the
3 minutes. Perfect timing. How did I know that? 3 minutes. But then again, you've got to be careful with this channel because they are in America and some of this is not factual. I don't think.
Crash site that night, transporting something. And whatever they recovered, someone important wanted to see it. A BAE 146 jet with the call sign Kitty Hawk landed at dawn and left an hour later. This plane only flies VIPs like the Prime Minister.
Yeah. David Cameron, it was, because he suddenly flew into South Wales to do some visit a factory or something, right? And it's said that David Cameron knows a lot more about this incident than he's prepared to let on. He's just doing his job.
And the royal family. The next morning, the military had an explanation ready. This was all part of Exercise Chameleon.
A chameleon is a type of lizard.
Chameleon was just a routine training.
Fucking hell, yeah, isn't it? When you think of the chameleon, you think of the chain. It's a type of lizard. The goldfish is always going on about lizard people, which incidentally, what do you make of the Carl Odom story? Beverly, I haven't heard about crystals. No. I don't even remember it being in the Y-File. But then again, the Y-Files has probably got a hidden agenda as well, don't forget. It's just well presented, in it, But there's loads and loads of stuff that it's mentioned the flight path. Look, yeah, it's a good channel, but
saying the quiet part out loud. They're
sort of making light of something which is quite serious, really.
literally telling us it's lizard people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Please stop that.
What? Was that
Navy Sentry Command aircraft had been...
Fine, I'm sorry. I take it back.
NATO reconnaissance aircraft had been circling overhead during the entire incident.
NATO reconnaissance aircraft.
E-3 Sentry Command aircraft, the kind that coordinates combat operations. Those planes cost $270 million and can track over 250 fast-moving targets simultaneously from 250 miles away.
Well, why then would you have such an aircraft in a live ammunition exercise over a residential area? It just it doesn't, even without the UFO sighting, it doesn't make any sense the way that they've behaved, acted, the documents, and what happened on the ground. I mean, it's just there's it's like a dam, isn't it? It's becoming like the Hoover Dam, trying to hold back what is plainly very, very strange, isn't it? But I'm glad he mentioned the flight paths. Yeah, there it is. Although that's not the same as the one that we were just looking at. The one that we were looking at didn't have no image available. It didn't have an image available, but it didn't say no image available. So what's this? Maybe I got that wrong. Maybe I got that wrong. Is anyone waiting to find out? Go back to that. What? Right. Is anyone waiting to find out? I'll go back to the original video. I mean, the other one is the Denby Lights in Wales, nearby in Wales. Look, you see the side thing is different. The side panel's different. Oh, no, it's not. There it is. There you go. He's got that from the PENTYRCH incident, the channel, the PENTYRCH incident. I mean, like, according to YouTube, the PENTYRCH incident, Britain, by far, by miles, it's the most compelling UFO incident in the world, with the evidence that is there. It demands answers, doesn't it? And according to YouTube, they've got 2.21 subscribers. And yet the Wi-Fi, think about it, the Wi-Fi's, right, had 3.3 million, right, viewers. The first thing that people are going to want to hear from is Kaz Clark. This channel is Kaz Clark. If you go on there now, right, and leave her a comment, that you've got a good chance of getting an answer, because this channel's so shadow banned. PENTYRCH incident channel, and she's probably got 221,000 subscribers, and yet they're only admitting to 2021. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So even YouTube are protecting whatever happened there. See that in itself says something. It's not me doing this; it's them doing this. I don't know why they'll turn around and moan at me for pointing this out. That's what's happened to the people that.
This $10 pen fixed what $1,000 worth of creams couldn't, because this yellow crust.
I do want to know who those three campers were. I didn't. It sort of rings a bell. It vaguely rings a bell. And I've heard Kaz Clark saying, "Please come forward. Please tell us what you saw." Because I didn't know nothing about crystals either. I don't remember that bit. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure why the Wi-Fi's would add that little detail. Because some people associate crystals. They go, oh, as soon as they hear about crystals, they go, nah, it's all bollocks about crystals. They haven't done the research, the science on it. They don't realise that crystals do have energies.
2014, it came back after a top secret refit. For 2 years, nobody knew where it was or what modifications it received. Now it was here, flying search patterns over PENTYRCH. They knew something was coming, and whatever they added to that little thing, nobody knew. 1948 stood out. The Hawker Beechcraft's Shadow R1, call sign Snake 48. That plane was decommissioned in 2012, but in 2014, it came back. after a top secret refit. For 2 years, nobody knew where it was or what modifications it received. Now it was here, flying search patterns over PENTYRCH. They knew.
Oh, I didn't know that little tidbit. You see what I mean? That's again. What? This is the one that was going round and round in circles that made that massive, blue line. It was this. It was one of these. And it done it for at least 3 days up until the 26th. So in 2011, they dumped it. Then it came back in 2014, given some modifications that we're not told about. We don't need to be told. We know what you've done. You put some sort of ground radar thing looking for this pyramid. That's what happened. It's obvious.
Beechcraft's Shadow R1, call sign Snake 48. That plane was decommissioned in 2012, but in 2014, it came back after a top secret refit. Whatever they.
What the fuck?
Photos of the camp, recording registration numbers of unmarked vehicles, asking questions. Simple ones at first. What military exercise? Why weren't residents warned? The military of defense has...
The military shouldn't have said anything. They shouldn't have said anything. By saying this is a live ammunition military exercise over a residential area near a hospital where something crashed near a hospital, it's just goofy. That's what Americans would call it, isn't it? It's goofy.
Answer. There was no exercise. But that made no sense. Wales Online posted at 3:39 a.m. that night saying they were covering...
Wales Online shit themselves, basically. At first they started reporting about it, then shit themselves.
...the incident, but no story ever appeared. No press briefing ever happened. The media went silent. CAS filed Freedom of Information requests, dozens of them.
This is how I know Section 26, I think it is. Section 26.1, where they can just fuck you off. If you ask for it's not freedom of information then, is it?
Don't like these requests. They delay, they deny, they claim national security. CAS didn't care. At first, the MOD denied...
Well, this is national security because we don't know what it was. We know it was there. I believe CAS Clark.
...any military presence in PENTYRCH. Then they admitted it, but claimed Section 26, national defense. They said they didn't need permission for residents to conduct the exercise. Wrong. The Defense Infrastructure Organization requires written permission for all exercises on private land, 21 days in advance.
Right.
From every...
Think about that, Bev. I saw that Chinook over Elm Eagle. No, flipping it. What's it called? Yeah, Elm. What's it called? Goes down to what? But basically over the barracks entrance, Blackfriars Road, and then is it Elm Road? Isn't it? Runs into Elm Road. That sort of crossroad. It's sort of done 3 turns there, and as he just said, they're supposed to get written permission.
Landowner, but nobody was informed or consented. Natural Resources Wales owns Smilog Woods, the location of the crash site. They gave no permission for military activity, no permission to close public paths, and definitely no permission to set off explosives.
That's another point. That's another point of evidence, isn't it?
We'd have a record. The hospital changed their story 3 times. First, they said no one warned them about the military exercise. Explosions shook patients awake in their beds, but they received no advance notice. Then they said the South Wales police warned them about a counter-terrorism exercise. The hospital apologized for their previous response, stating that new information had come to light.
Yeah, certain things have come to light, and
it's a cover-up that they can't cover up. You're right. The actual hospital report, the initial hospital report, was that there were broken windows and the power was outed for a few seconds before and the backup had to be called. The automatic backup kicked in so for a few seconds, they were nearly without electricity. That was the initial report that I heard. But then it got scaled down and now all that is sort of, you know, the middle ground, sort of like, is that right, there was a big bang and loads of smoke that went through the hospital, but in truth, the patients got shaken, shaken awake. At least from what I heard, there were smashed windows and the power got knocked out from the hospital, but that was then redacted.
So, has it ever occurred to you that instead of running around blaming me, give more?
This is what I mean about this channel. So making light of something.
Hi there.
Really,
would you like to receive a gift? I'm a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, we are the.
An excerpt from an email about exercises running from 11 Jones. Email that you don't have.
Oh, maybe the email was.
Gary Jones is also one of the exercises. Jesus trying to get
investigator Gary Jones asked for proof
without even telling you. He would have had hassle. He's had hassle from the MIB, whatever else it is. I'll be honest. If I had some hassle, I'd stop talking about it. All right, there's a message from me to the MIB.
People said they didn't have the email,
whatever you want to call yourself.
How do you quote from an email that you don't have?
Oh, maybe the email was on Hillary's server.
Wait, what's our rule?
We don't joke about the Clintons. You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, we don't joke about
counterterrorism exercises those nights. The chief of police said so. They did have counterterrorism training that past June, but not on February 25th or 26th. Regardless, the public is always informed about these types of operations, but not this time. The hospital lied, then lied about lying. The police lied, then lied about lying. Oh, the journalist who wrote those first cover stories for Wales Online?
None of these truth they couldn't do it. Whoever's doing this stuff, and for whatever reason, they wouldn't be able to do it without the police, the hospital, just doing my job, people. You fucking sheep. Glenn?
After 15 years, she quit. Her new job? Communications officer for the Royal Glamorgan Hospital, the same hospital that couldn't keep its story straight.
Have a little tidbit of evidence, something dodgy.
Investigators believed someone was trying to tie up loose ends. The excuses kept coming. When asked why troops collected scrap metal at 4:30 a.m., the MOD claimed...
I haven't mentioned that bit, have I? Every bit of scrap metal, bike, washing machine, anything, was all taken off the site and put into the road. This is eyewitness reports of people that are jumping up and down trying to tell you about it. So I mean, if you haven't heard about it, how can there only be 2.21 thousand subscribers to the PENTYRCH Incident channel? That's Kaz Clark. If you've got a question for us, she'll answer you.
National security. Old washing machines and broken bicycles were suddenly...
She feels like she's been sort of, possessed, I suppose, in a way, with her little incident, to getting the truth out there. Although I'm not sure if there's going to be a follow-on story, isn't there? And it's going to be probably pretty obvious to what you know. Human beings are not fucking looking after the world enough, and we should do better.
Classified. Kaz searched the official MOD website for any record of Exercise Chameleon. Buried in the site, she found a NOTAM. A NOTAM is a notice to airmen that warns commercial and civilian pilots not to enter certain airspace. These notices are required before any exercise involving aircraft to prevent collisions. They have to be filed at least 5 days before the exercise.
And
this NOTAM
this military cares so little about your personal safety. Even if you're in flipping hospital, you're going to get bounced out of your bed. We don't give a shit. We're going to be doing it anyway, despite all the fucking rules. They're not rules for us. They're rules for you. We're military, so we haven't got to fucking abide by any fucking rules. So here comes the bombers.
Filed at 9 p.m.
They got C-130s flying over South Wales for? You ask yourself that question. You want some answers? Well, I mean, the evidence just keeps stacking up, doesn't it? And not evidence that the witnesses are providing, evidence that the military are providing by their weird actions And it doesn't ring true or good the way that they've done it, using Section 26, hiding behind the truth, putting people into positions in the hospital to cover shit up. You're making it obvious.
p.m. on February 25th, 9 hours before the pyramid appeared. Worse, military aircraft flew 50 miles outside the NOTAM boundary. You never leave your airspace during exercises. That's how mid-air collisions
people living here
happen, unless you're chasing something.
It's like you've got the kids. It's 11 o'clock. Kids have been in bed for 2 hours, and you're fucking flying these dickhead planes over. Fuck off! What are you doing? What are you doing? Give us an answer.
Something that isn't following your flight plan. The smoking gun came from the Air Commission Secretariat, the MOD's highest authority. He wrote, "I can confirm that no information in the scope of your request is held."
They say that again and again and again. We hold no information within the scope of your request. They say it over and over and over again in the papers, in the freedom of information requests. It's not freedom of information then, is it? If you're just going to keep answering, we have no information within the scope of your request. And what does it say about the person who's willing to say to someone who's asking, what the fuck was that all about the other night? Why is my fucking hair turned white? And why am I feeling ill? And who was that phoning me up the other night saying that if you don't shut up, your family are going to suffer? Because I'll tell you what, this has happened to loads of people. It hasn't happened to me, so I'll carry on talking about it. All right, Men in Black, whatever, military. Where's my phone call to say, like, we know who you are and you better back off and stop talking about it? Because then I'll stop talking about it, all right? I'll melt straight away.
Were no programmed air defense exercises in South Wales in February 2016. No exercise, no permission, no warning. Everything that happened that night was...
The rules are for me and you, not for them. Because we're military. Yeah, it's over Elm Road, yeah. And it was a Chinook helicopter, and it went round and round 3 times over Elm. There's a junction there, isn't there, right? As you come away from East Beach, right? It was a Chinook helicopter. It was about 100 feet off the ground. It was so low that when I first saw it, I questioned whether it was a plane or a lorry. That's how low it was, right? And the turns it was doing was so tight that you could hear the motors in the because it's twin bladed, isn't it? So where it's doing, it's not built for doing sort of like turns like that. So where it was doing that, it was going, you could hear the motors making this weird noise. And then it straightened up after 3 turns, flew straight over the Iron Bridge, right over my head, more or less. And I filmed it and I put it on the other channel, which is now closed down. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, strange is the word.
Would fight back.
This professional 32 terabytes SSD cannot be found in any electronics retail store, even if you spend $1,000 on it. But now you can get it for the price of a bottle of beer.
Military shouldn't have said anything.
The PENTYRCH UFO incident is one of the most compelling I've ever covered. Multiple witnesses, government documents, photographs. But is it true? Well, let's start with what we know. Kaz Clark spent 8 years gathering evidence and fighting the Ministry of Defense, and they fought back.
There's the oak tree. Like there, and you can see that branch there, and that part of that oak tree has been dead. It's dead to this day. That's another thing I would go. I'd want to go to this gate and have a look to see how the oak tree's faring. See the wildlife, nature is giving me a. You don't need. There's no obligation. I've said this to her. You don't have anything to prove to me. I'm fully aware that something happened. You know what I mean? Your description or your perception of it really is not of no consequence to me, because you might have misseen it, and they can make you. They can. Of course, people can hallucinate. From the UFO sightings that I personally have had, right? I've found it very noticeable how we all seem to report different things, and that's happened time and time again, where 3-4 people might have seen, or 2 or 3, 4 people might have seen the same incident, but seen different things. And that rule applies in this instance, because there was another guy, the geezer who's filming or whatever, Davis, I think his name was, who's backed off. I think he's ill health. You know, he's got ill. I'm not surprised being in this area, because the pyramid was over here somewhere. So it's my suspicion the mountain would be over here, I suppose. I don't know the geography yet, but it's my suspicion that the plane that went round and round and round and round and round in circles, that bullseye, that center spot, I'm going to suggest is going to be over there somewhere. And that's before I even know. Think about that. I'm saying that as a fact. I'm saying that my feeling is I'm saying that as a fact, that the center of the flight radar that military plane was going round and round, the center spot of that circle, the outside circle, is going to be over there. Now, how do I know that? Because I don't know that. I know the story, and I know the 2 incidents happened, but I don't know the geography on the ground, and yet I do, because it's my suggestion at this point. I don't know if it's true, but the center of that circle that plane was making is there somewhere. It's going to be there, and I don't even know the geography. Well, I suppose what I do know is that she reported seeing the object, but they both reported seeing different things. The other geezer who witnessed it, who did come forward initially, reported things coming out the top, like little things coming out the top. She said she was so fixated on it, watching it touch the ground to see if it touched the ground, that she saw the flashes of lightning coming out of it, but she didn't see the things coming out the top. And then 2 barrel-shaped objects came over this tree and killed that part of it, and over a bush, which is over here, and that bush has also been killed. So my question to Kaz is, how do you know they've come in peace and not to fuck us up? But my first question would be, what is under the ground over there, if indeed that is the center spot of that circle on the flight path radar? It's quite, that's why I would like to go there. I don't know. Look, there's the flight path there. Look, right. It's my assertion, without even knowing. I don't know this for certain, because I think PENTYRCH's actually over here somewhere, but I'm not sure. But it's my assertion that spot there. So I think Kaz Clark is standing over here somewhere, and that spot there is where the pyramid thing done its lightning bolts into the ground. It sent a load of lightning bolts into the ground, which she described as fingers of lightning, like a hand of lightning. She said it looked like a hand, but made of lightning, and it was going into the ground. So it almost seemed to me that the object came out of whatever and destroyed something under the ground, which I think is going to be there. And it's not because I'm some super sleuth. It's obvious, isn't it? If that was a dartboard and you're aiming, there's the bullseye. Look, there's a line, actually a plane. At one point, there was a plane that went right across it. I'd specify it's right there. Or right under there. interesting. It does interest me because and even he said he's covered a lot of UFO stories, and he's yeah. Last time I saw, when Ben went there, I was looking at it. He was talking about something else, and I was looking at that in the background, going like, "Oh, how's the oak tree? Oh, look, that bit. It's not the tree's not dead. Half the tree's all right, but the part where she said she saw the barrel hanging over is dead. It's dead. You could snap it. It's a danger. If it's round here, you'd have that tree fucker going round and cutting it down." Nobody. Well, you're saying nobody knows why they came, right, Beverly? But I'll tell you what the evidence suggests very strongly is that they came. This object came to take a shot at whatever it is under the ground of whatever it is at the bullseye of that circle. that's my suggestion. Obviously, nobody. I don't know, do I? But I'm suggesting that's what it suggests. What the evidence suggests, doesn't it? Oh well, 3:15:16. You know, that's there or thereabouts. It's always 3:15 or 3:16 as well. So in this instance, it's 3:16, where I say, stay safe, keep going, and peace be with you always.